1 2 1 2. What 1 2 1 2. One two 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 one two. Let's get it. We are live, man. Friday evening, April 24th. It's about to go down. Jeez. Big salute to everybody who's popping into the chat right now. Big salute to everybody who's on my phone over here on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. We are live on X, aka Twitter. Let me turn on this beat over here. And we are live on Kick. All right, let's turn it up. I got a list of topics that we gotta get into. As far as the things that we gotta get into today, we are definitely gonna be covering the WhyG versus Lil Berete beef and what's still going on with that. We're gonna get into the whole JNeat chain robbing and all of that type of shit. We're definitely gonna get into a full Iceman Drake segment. All right, so buckle up, but that is going to be a doozy. We'll also be talking about the downfall of No Jumper, something that we haven't spoken about in a long time over here on this network. Also, as far as in our civic duties, there's a text message blast scam that's going on where a lot of people are losing their money. We gotta keep y'all up on all of the scams that are going on out there. And a Toronto jail guard got busted with some heavy drugs and a whole bunch of other ish. If you guys have any other topics, spam the chat, comment gang strong. For the people over here on my YouTube, on my Instagram, we are live on YouTube. I said, oh man, I said Lil Berete. It's both works, brother. You don't gotta don't kill me about it, man. Listen, hit us up. We are live, youtube.com/welovehiphop network. What's going on, gang? What's going on? Who's in the building right now? I seen Old John Crow 416 track star music in the building from earlier. Big salute to Caro, I seen in there from earlier. Big salute to good evening, Tasha Latina, popping up in the chat right now. Rupert VV popping, or VVV popping up in the chat. Easy Fecta in the chat. We outside, man, or we inside, okay? We got a lot of stuff to get to, man. Big salute to everybody who's popping up. Make sure to hit that like button. If you're watching on your phone, after you hit that like button, you're going to see something pop up called a hype. Please hit that hype button. It really helps to push us up in the algorithms, and the hypes are free. All right? So big salute to everybody who's popping up. Let's get it cracking. Let me turn this beat down. You know what I'm saying? Courtesy of She-Rax on the beat. Big salute to She-Rax on the beat. I haven't played some beats from him in a while. Big salute to everybody who's popping up in the chat right now. Comment gang strong. All right, let yourself be seen. Let's do some sharing of this live stream over here as well to make sure that this gets out. I'm going to do some quick shares. I'm going to give a quick share over here on Reddit and let the people on the We Love Hip Hop Reddit know that we are live. By the way, if you guys aren't following the We Love Hip Hop Reddit, let me pull up the Reddit on the screen here so you guys can see it. You need to follow us on Reddit, okay? We Love Hip Hop Canada on Reddit. Big salute to Randy popping up over here. You know Randy's in the building. Randy's always in the building. Let's pull up some stuff on the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right. Follow us on Reddit. Let me go over to my Reddit page. All right. The We Love Hip Hop Reddit. We are looking for more members over here. We got a good set of members. I think we're almost at 1,300 members, but tap in. Did I post this twice? Or no, that's from yesterday. So
it was good. I look fucking rough. I haven't been sleeping at all. But listen,
yeah, we post, we have different people who post on there, not only me, myself, but I post on there a lot, okay? So big salute to everybody who's popping up on the Reddit. But let's get into a couple of ads before we get into anything else. And then yeah, let's get it popping here. You know what? I don't have the ad loaded up for Gamdon, but big salute to Gamdon, man. Holy shit. I won some money last night. All right, but big salute to Gamdon before we start this. Join 60 million players that know where the real action is. Gamdon delivers elite odds that the big name books cannot touch. You get 15% rakebacks on your first week, and you get lightning fast crypto withdrawals. Okay, so listen, I won some money the other day. It took me no time to withdraw that off the account. Okay, so big salute to Gamdon. Also, you could live stream the action while you win. Right now, if you use the code WeLoveHipHop, you can get a bunch of exclusive offers. Okay, I'm also going to have it in the link in the description. That's gamdon.com/r/WeLoveHipHop. And yeah, man, right now, what do I got going on? Let me just show y'all quick right now. I'm not going to show you guys, but because I don't want my account up on the screen and stuff. I won some money yesterday. All right, let me go to my bets. I bet last night on the Timberwolves, and I won about $321. Actually, about $170 because I bet 150 on the Timberwolves, and I also bet on the Raptors last night, and I won myself a nice little 230 on there. So big salute to Gamdon. Also, before we continue, let me do a couple more ads, and then we will get into our sheet. Ready for the road. All right. So let's get into it. Big salute to everybody who's popping up into the chat right now. Biro Sound in the building, aka. Oh, he said the ads doubled. Oh, you know why? I forgot to stop the share screen. My bad. I forgot to stop the share screen. Won't happen again, gang. Won't happen again. That's my bad. Okay, let's get into what we got to get into. Okay, starting off with this YG versus Lil Berete. I will call it a saga at this point. It's like Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. It's just a continuous saga. You know, right now when you're watching like the preview to one of their music videos, they should have like the slow like words coming down the screen, like how do you have in the Star Wars movies. It's a mod thing. Okay, and again, my apologies for the echo that was going on during the ads. Okay, that's literally human error. But let me pull up a couple of things on the screen, okay, in regards to this whole YG Lil Berete or Lil Berete or however it's pronounced. It's pronounced either way. But let me get into all of this because I didn't want to get into it with the man them. That was a little bit too Toronto lore-ish for them. And I know that we were going to get into a bunch of like Toronto polys and shit like that. So right now we have on the screen a post from YG's Instagram. Let me go back into his Instagram over here. Okay. He tagged Lil Berete, aka Lil Britney EP, midnight. This is from about 3 days ago. I can't see the comments. Let me refresh this so we can see the comments. Okay, Lil Berete, a tape of ABCDEFG rap, bunch of laughing emojis. Lil Berete owns you soon. I'm just trying to see what other comments over here in the chat. A bunch of laughing emojis mainly. Nothing too lava splash. All right. We're gonna go over that in a second. You know what? Let's go over it now. How about that? Let's just go over it now. Let's go find this mixtape. Let's see what YG got for offer over here as far as like some quality music. If we're gonna get quality music on this, I feel like we're just gonna get a bunch of fuckery on this. Let's go to YG. Let's see if we could find a whole tape. Lil Britney's, that's just one song. I might have to go over to YouTube Music. Let's go over to YouTube Music and see if I can find it over there. Because like if the mans are putting out full mixtapes on each other, then I don't know. Maybe we've gone a little bit too far as this songs type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, or just niggas just getting at each other. It's getting to the point where I don't want to say these words, but it's starting to feel okay. Just a little bit. So here it is right here. 4 songs. First song, Lil Berete 2. Second song, Shirt Off Shorties. Third song, Flame. And last song, On Purpose. Let's hear some of the shit. The beat's not bad. Let's go.
Professional hesitation. I don't think he be in those allegations. He got a whole gay compilation. Watty boy, yeah, we know that you're wildin'. Shaking your back like Magna Stallion. Boom, bye, bye, and it's how when we find it. I'ma take your life, not the African medallion. Rub my boy, mafia like Italian. Fun up, fire splasher, stuff volcano. Sister got a strap, but I don't mean a gun though. When he try stuff, only time he made a gun gun. Joe Easy Marty was playing with his ball. I wanna feature from your eye, how much should they?
He be rapping too fast. We need some like a closed captioning on the screen.
Take your life, not the African medallion. Rub my boy, mafia like Italian. Fun up, fire splasher, stuff volcano. Sister got a strap, but I don't mean a gun though. When he try stuff, only time he made a gun gun. Joe Easy Marty was playing with his ball. I wanna feature from your eye, how much should they?
It's a joke. He's mad, but he was playing with his bum though. What the hell?
Marty was playing with his ball. When the feature from your eye, how much should they go for? I pay for the front cause I know she a little whore. Dizzy child, know your mom look like Fillmore. Hat tap, make her scalp peel. No money.
Hold on. Juicy Hamburger says he raps like a run-on sentence. Holy.
Yeah, I know that you're real poor. I've been getting money right now, I want kill more. I cut a duppy one time, only beat for. These niggas gay and they fishy like seahorse. I will kill this faggot, show no remorse. Your parents found that you're gay and they divorced. Gun leave holes in their body like golf course. It's only a matter of time to your dad. 18 and then knocks it on.
You leave holes in your body like golf course. Golf course. Did you hear that? The ad-lib of that? Golf course.
One time only beat for. These niggas gay and they fishy like seahorse. I will kill this faggot, show no remorse. Your parents found that you're gay and they divorced. Gun leave holes in their body like golf course. It's only a.
It said your family's gay and they divorced. I don't know if I like this, YG. Come on, brother. 35. I know you got it in you to make good music, fam. This ain't it, bro. Okay, let's go to track number 2. Shirt Off Shorties. Let's go. Who's on the beat? No credit.
Dropping a work in a partner. Sound like a whip on a skirt off. These niggas faggot like shirt off. Glaze your blood like a nerve. Walking your block and you know that I lurk. On my dolos, me and my cameraman pop out the car with a 4-0. On my next shooter, he got the tall up.
Okay, this is definitely the top 5. He's using his catchphrase there. Me and my cameraman, just me and my cameraman on our dolos. Me and my shooter on our dolos.
Dropping a work in a partner. Sound like a whip on a skirt off. These niggas faggot like shirt off. Glaze your blood like a nerve. Walking your block and you know that I lurk. On my dolos, me and my cameraman pop out the car with a 4-0. On my next shooter, he got the tall up. He only smoke ops, he don't ball up. They don't want no smoke in London, they saw us. Still got left looking like he got condo. Ceramic could cut a boy up like a pizza. I could chop up like a upness and meet you. When I'm in Japan, man, I feel like Vegeta.
I said, what about London?
You know that I lurk. On my dolos, me and my cameraman pop out the car with a 4-0. On my next shooter, he got the tall up. He only smoke ops, he don't ball up. They don't want no smoke in London, they saw us. Still got left looking like he got condo. Ceramic could cut a.
They don't want no smoke in London, they saw us. I gotta stop piece by piece, man, because like Juicy Hamburger says, he raps like a run-on sentence. So when he says one thing, I catch that, and then he says something else like right after. It's like slow down.
They don't want no smoke in London, they saw us. Still got left looking like he got condo. Ceramic could cut a boy up like a pizza. I could chop up like a upness and.
He said that something got left like a condo or something like that. Cut him up like a pizza. Interesting.
When I'm in Japan, man, I feel like Vegeta. I had to walk the boy down with a Nina, but it's okay cause the whole 17ers knows your little sister hoe. She fuck way more than 5 other crows. She accidentally gave out your low. Big Lizzie don't pick out your hair like an afro. Trap house, stick out straight drop just like Asco. I bought a brick and the stamp as a Lambo. I'ma just sit in your backyard in camo. Jump out, bust ass niggas like Django. Switching the 50 make me feel like Rambo. If you're not taking money, can't hear you like Van Gogh. You know I'm real mafia just like Soprano. I mean, I'm not crazy, I rerun Toronto. I just touch on the button just like a piano. I put a lean in the Sprite, it's a mango. I look cool J when I sauce in a Kango. All of my bitches got Cartier bangles. I had to choke on a glizzy, I strangle. Open your top, make it look like a sandal. Friends on the floor, look at eggs when they scramble. Gunshot way hotter than Roman candles. Pumping your bitch, make her feel like a camel. 4K chrome on shirt, it's a flannel. Too much water on my neck, I need paddles. Gunshot, it's your head like an apple.
Let me know. I just put a poll up right now if y'all are feeling this, okay? One in the chat if y'all are feeling the track, and I'm going one by one of these tracks right here, or 2 in the chat if you're like, nah, basura. All right? Or you can put a shit emoji or a fire emoji, whatever you like.
If I ask on a bitch in the saddle, I shot a boy in his belly, try grapple.
This one isn't so bad. This one isn't as this one is better than the first one. I'll say that. I'm not crazy like, oh, he killed that, but like it's better than the first one. All right, and big salute to W.L popping up in the chat. Let's listen to Flames.
Like we are not the same. These little body boys trying to cloud up off my name. These niggas super bun up fire, walk a flock of flame. Turn it up, X. And I never did this shit for fame. You never walk up, head tap, split a brain. I was killing shit with my followers at 100K. I was in the trap house for 100 days.
I like this one a little bit more. He slowed it down a little bit. Let me know in the chat. Fire emojis if you like this one, or shit emojis, or 1 in the chat if you like this, or 2 in the chat if you ain't feeling this.
You never did that shit. You're just a little.
Hold up.
Like we are not the same. These little body boys trying to cloud up off my name. These niggas super bun up fire, walk a flock of flame. Turn it up, X. And I never did this shit for fame. You never walk up, head tap, split a brain. I was killing shit with my followers at 100K. I was in the trap house for 100 days. You never did that shit. You're just a little bitch. You're just a little chitch. You and your sister sharing panties and we know you're fish.
You see, the thing is, we're not going to get any new information as far as the disses that he's giving towards Lil Berete, right? It's just going to be like, oh, you're a fish. That line right there, like you and your sister sharing panties, like it's disrespectful. I don't want to laugh because I fuck with both parties, but it's like funny shit. But it's not new information. You're not going to get a bombshell. You know what I'm saying? But it's just how disrespectful can I be in the repetition of the things that he's already alleging. All right. Purple Gorilla says trash. Basura. Holy.
I was in the trap house for 100 days. You never did that shit. You're just a little bitch. You're just a little chitch. You and your sister sharing panties and we know you're fish. You wet a faggot like the dishwasher, you know your dish. I throw the pussy like a 50 cent. 50 clip with the switchy leave you heaven sent. And make your white tea look like peppermints. Been killing shit. Since a kid, I do it effortless.
You know what this reminds me of? With all due respect, it reminds me of like 2015 trap music. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting for like Roscoe Dash to jump on and do like the second verse on this type shit.
I could pour the lean up, don't need measurements. I walk up on your block, I'm like a terrorist. The first person I see, I'm gonna embarrass him. You know I'm a big stepper like an elephant. Blow up your
biggest.
Look like Emirates. I kill a different type of gun, but glaze my preference. Had to laugh at this bitch, she said she's celibate. I looked at the bitch and told her, sell me a bit.
I knew that line was coming, man. Fuck. Old man YG, don't say that. YOG is crazy. Yo, the man might be watching this, fam. Don't say that. Niggas be checking their beards and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all black still, you know? Oh, I think I seen a gray. Oh, shit. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Weston NV popping up on from Kick. Why OG is crazy? No, don't make that a thing, bro. He's gonna see this. Chill. Why OG is mod?
What the fuck you doing outside? You don't have a bit. How the fuck you don't know basic regiments? You look at my wrist, you see president, but I'm prime minister. Why them like sprinklers? I drawn a log for the ops, I feel like Christopher. The 9 milli with the switch, that's my signature. My ops run up, get the fire extinguisher. I got a wazzle, busting her hair like conditioner.
I got a wazzle busting her hair like conditioner. Jeez. Juicy Hamburger says Lex Luger has beat. Y'all ain't easy, bro. Okay, one more. Damn, 30 place is crazy. Listen, man. Man, them, you guys got to cut it out, bro. It's not even worth it, man. Man, them are going to the studio, putting in time, punching in bars. Yo, hold on. Let me try that part again. For what? What are we doing out here, fam? I'll play the tune. I'm going to add the 31, but like, brother. Save the best beat for last.
These niggas paying faggots for the promo. These niggas twerking in the basement making pornos. He bending over, touching toes, he a real hoe. Haunted boy for that, so your head gonna explode. He said he shake his ass on purpose, not accident. He got stained for his chain, the shape African.
I ain't mad at this one, but it's like it's the same. He's demonetizing the shit out of my goddamn live stream.
And if he not in the closet, he in the cabinet. He a real LGBT advocate. 10 videos shaking your ass, you do it passionate. Pussy when I see you, I'ma leave you in the ambulance. You fishy just like halibut, white don't leave him laminate.
This man really made a full EP towards Lil Berete. I'm listening to track 4 about one artist. Like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to dedicate the next week and change just to you, my nigga. All right? This is how much I don't fuck with you, bro. I'm going to spend a whole week studio time. I don't know if them have home studios or whatever they're doing, but I'm going to spend some time on you, my nigga. Pause. All right? We're going to get to it. We're going to take our time with it. All right, mind you, but there might be tracks that were left on the floor. There might be. Might be like the 4 songs that we'll pick the 4 best songs. Nigga might have won in. I got 10 songs for this nigga, bro. All right, this solid 34 copies the first week is crazy. Salute to the team in the chat. She puts a tough crowd. We'll get. You know what? So far, this might be I don't want to say my favorite track. Okay, favorite track would imply that I co-sign the sentiments of what he's saying in these songs against Lil Berete, and I don't. Okay, just from a musical value, technical standpoint, is the beat good? Is he flowing nice on the beat or whatever type shit? This one will probably be my preferred one. I wouldn't say favorite, my preferred one. But just the whole idea in a whole is an L to me. I'm sorry. It hasn't been done before, in my opinion. Like, have we ever seen a rapper dedicate a whole EP to another rapper before? Is this a hip-hop precedent? that we're seeing right now? Let me know, gang. I gotta think about this for a second. Like Nas and Jay-Z, they just had maybe 2 songs each going back and forth, so it wasn't EP worthy. Come on, guys, give me some names. Give me The Game. Did The Game make a whole EP towards 50 Cent in them, or did he just have like multiple songs? He had the whole JNeat campaign with the T-shirts and all that. The Game definitely fixates himself on people when he disses them. But did he actually put together like an EP? He's bugging Whack 100 like, yo, we gotta drop this tomorrow, bro. Yo, 50, yo, like I got 10 songs for 50, 100 bars each. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the songs that were The Game was dissing 50 Cent in them, or dissing JNeat. They were kind of spread out on other people's mixtapes. You feel me? Purple Gorilla says T.I. and Lil Flip. Again, I'm going to reemphasize the question. Which artist made a whole EP? I'm sure album is going to be that's a tough sell. Like, nigga, album? Like, we're going to do 10, 15 songs on one next nigga, bro? Like, chill. Like, do you really hate that nigga? But like, at least an EP, 4 to 5 songs. Give me another artist, because if not, then technically YG set a precedent with this right here of making a full EP, this and the next man. Okay? Young Dolph. Maybe Young Dolph? I'm not so much up on Young Dolph's catalog, so, but I feel, an RIP Young Dolph, but I feel if anybody would be somebody who would do that, it would be Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Getting at Yo Gotti and all them mans. And Purple Gorilla says, I feel like The Game's the only one, but like The Game didn't even make an EP. He overkilled it. You know who would come closest that would be EP worthy? Joe Budden. Right? If I go Joe Budden, Drake, you'll see multiple. Joe Budden, Drake, this. There's Wake. There's Making of a Murderer Part 1. I think there's Just Because. Yo, the nigga went crazy. Wasn't there a Making of a Murderer Part 2? Hold on. With that right there, that's 3 songs. If he had put that together in one body of work, we might be working with something right here. Hold on. I want to know if there was Making of a Murderer Part 2. Oh, or I think at that point people were like, enough, Joe. Enough. Okay, I heard you, nigga. No, I think, yeah, he only made Part 1.
Look, enough of the sentimental crap. Cool if you into that. Fuck all of these subs, who they intended at. I won't believe it's me without forensic facts.
Remember when Joe used to do that ad lib? Yo, Joe went off. Give Joe his flowers. He knew something was in the water when he heard that French Montana song. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're crazy. Drake ain't talking about you. You ain't famous enough for Drake to even give a fuck about you." No, he said, "Pump it up." Not a one hit wonder. They all know my stuff. Right?
My check. 1 2 1 2.
Just quick memory lane. Quick memory lane.
New Joe Biden.
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Kenny Powers. And if you're here, and you're someone Shane cared about.
All summer 16, they heard a hot 16 by all summer. Awareness is hot. Say attention, I'm seeking. Since I'm reaching, it's offensive. They're convinced I'm a demon. Such a thin disagreement. Some akin for a reason.
YG, say I have to do it, mention this. Yo, dog, you can't just be like, you gotta get in your bag if you're gonna do a whole EP on a nigga, bro. You gotta get in your bag, bro.
Killing you is expected of me. I don't win. An achievement, somebody pinch me, I'm dreaming. Take this mental reprievement since I know the nigga. I know this ain't the man, and I'm saying I heard it straight from the Bama's mouth. He won't pull a hammer out. Wasn't you at Hope Show scared to pull a camera out? I'm seeing habit switch, magic tricks. You froggy behind the apple fix. The passiveness in you.
He's going in. He's going in. Let's go back to this over here. Salute to Randy. I got out of control.
My new gun is extravagant. Catch up, then kill him. These niggas paying faggots for the promo. These niggas twerking in the basement making pornos. She bending over, touching toes, he a real hoe. Want your boy for that, so your head gonna explode. He said he shake his ass on purpose, not accident. He got stained for his chain, the shape African. And if he not in the class, he in the cabinet. He a real LGBT advocate. 10 videos shaking your ass, you do it passionate. Pussy when I see you, I'm leaving an ambulance.
He said 10 videos. Hold on. I can't talk through Randy to get to the mic. Hold on a second. He said 10 videos shaking your ass. It's not an accident. It's crazy.
Fishy just like halibut. White don't leave him laminate. My new gun is extravagant. Catch up, then kill him on purpose, not accident. And his sister lesbian. I told my younger crash on her like pedestrian. You see a bitch when you look at your reflection. I swear you're dead when I aim my gun your direction. Room full of men, you start twerking, getting erections. You're interviewed, didn't change, no perceptions. You do it, bro.
Oh, what interview are you talking about, sir?
Pedestrian, you see a bitch when you look at your reflection. I swear you're dead when I aim my gun your direction. Room full of men, you start twerking, getting erections. Your interview didn't change, no perceptions.
Your interview didn't change, no perception? Damn, bro. He saw this? Where there? Lil Berete. He said you in a room with a bunch of men, you get erection. It's crazy. Niggas just disrespectful. He's talking about this interview here, but like, I thought it changed perception. A little bit. A lot of bits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Pause on that. Fatima, for real. Just up them talks.
You do it brawling, on your knees you're crawling. You were twerking, had your cronies throwing change on you. But it's something totally different when I put change.
You were twerking, okay. See this? What you should have started off the friggin' album with this one.
On you, boom by my hitters coming out the brains on you. You getting broke, no tell nobody that I hate on you. You know your fire, I'ma let the Drake flame on you. I grab the 40 with the ladder, make it bait on you. 6 years for.
You know you know your fire. I'm gonna let the Drake flame on you. You know the 40. Oh, come on, YG. Why didn't you make this song? Put the song earlier, bro.
This pussy make a song back. It was with Joe Weezy wearing thong showing ass. S.A. Joe Weezy and it made him go mad. Like Cody should have passed you, not his dad. Like Cody should have had your motherfucker low. Like he would have ran your ass down and not his bro. Like bossy boy for dad, and you know you gotta go.
Okay. I think that's enough from that. See, the thing is with this, it's not really, there's no point of really doing a full EP towards the man, because like, unless you're really, really deep into Toronto lore, it's not like niggas is gonna go back and keep on listening to the Lil Britney EP over and over and over again. Like, even if the songs were straight fire, like they don't have replay value. Like niggas ain't just sitting here listening to Ether every day and shit like that in 2026. Like niggas ain't even listen. Like Not Like Us is not even hot like that anymore. And that was like a club banger. So when you do this, you're just literally doing it for the moment in time. You're not really looking forward to the future. You're wasting. It's a waste of studio time, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I spent this long on that is actually surprising. All right, let me show you Lil Berete's response. Okay. He says, "Stop the cap." You know who took that? And this is actually his response to the JNeat chain snatching. And you know what? Let's get into that now because he did have a bunch of responses. Let me see if he's still responding now. But he didn't really come back with a whole EP himself. He didn't drop another song. He just kept the same song that he has out now. I'm over it. I think he's kind of over it too, man. How the fuck you think you made it? His last post was from April 5th. Like, yeah, he's over the shit. We all over the shit. Let me ask you guys before we get off of this, because I was telling these guys on the pod a couple of days ago, how there's so much shit going on with the Iceman rollout and stuff like that, like this shit right now, like niggas don't really give a fuck. It's not really moving the needle of these guys having a war back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Carol says, you know the music is trash when Friday's not worried about copyright. Fam, again, with all due respect, because if man them see this, they're going to get cheesed. I'm not going to get a copyright on a track that has 66 views on it or 66 plays on it or another one or just a couple of thousand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually helping the spins on this. All right? So if anybody wants to go listen to this in their whip, on their own or whatever, feel free. But I'm just saying, like, niggas will only listen to it if they know that you have a beef with somebody named Lil Berete. Like, with all due respect to even like the notoriety of you guys, like not everybody knows who y'all niggas are. So when you fixate a whole EP on a next youth, you're literally adding promotion onto your ops. It's counterproductive. You don't want him to win if he's your op. So why make a whole EP dedicated to him? So now fans of yours who weren't aware of who he is, you have fans all over the world. American fans, people in freaking New Zealand probably listen to WhyG. They're probably like, who's Lil Berete? Okay, well, you made a whole EP towards him. Let me go check out his shit. And if his shit sounds better, which at least the one song that he did do responding to WhyG, it was kind of better. All right? If that's what's happening there, then guess what? Now you're doing the promotion for your ops.
Tell me how she feel. Tell me how she feel. I'm turned up and I'm fit. I'm the talk of the city, I'm giving off facts. WhyG been ducking and fucking the trends. Real niggas know you and from where you claim. Them sad gun got hit with a shank. Niggas be talking that shit out in comments. When I wake up every day, it's a problem. These niggas know Lil Berete a problem. When I wake up every day, it's a problem. These niggas know Lil Berete a problem. When I wake up every day, it's a problem. These niggas know Lil Berete a problem. When I wake up every day, it's a problem. All of my throwaways, better than all of your hit songs. Press up and shooting them gay pawns. We know you niggas getting your freak on. Shit. This shit is realistic. I know Press got caught for domestic. Throwing bitch on a bitch, you pathetic. How you fighting a bitch, but you bitch? How you look and sound like a bitch? We ain't beefing.
This is Lil Berete's Family Matters.
WhyG a snitch. Every song that you drop is a miss. Yeah, I feel like 50, no many, man. Lot of niggas been hating on me. Now's your beak, better fix your teeth. Drizzy followed you because of me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You 31 plus and can't even read. 31 plus and can't even spell. Paperwork party to show that you told. Most of my niggas locked down in the cold. Bro got life, but he stuck to the code. You know damn well you won't tell what you know. When you come from no place, you can't tell what you know. Red nigga shit, you can't tell what you know. Yeah, success is my destination.
He went off still. Lil Berete wins, but they're both whack. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get off of this story. Y'all niggas dissing. Y'all figure it out. I examined it. Okay, we picked it apart. We listened to the songs. The verdict is for me, I'm more impressed with the Lil Berete song. He did his thing on these, and it's 2 songs in this music video here. But to me, both of you guys, it's a bad idea. Go focus on bitches and shit. Make some songs about bitches, bro. right? Women, sorry, I ain't even gonna call it y'all bitches and stuff. Like, make some songs about women. Make the songs about the gal there, man. Y'all niggas need to get on cold with some Iceman shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look at your the people that you look up to, like Drizzy and Tory Lanez and different people like that. Them niggas is making hits. The Weeknd. They're not like, yo, fuck the ops, making whole EPs about next man's. Them niggas is on like, yo, we getting money. We fucking all the bitches. You know, they might get introspective and talk about their life. But this niggas is not on, oh, I don't like this guy from that block over there. Like, that shit is starting to get 2018-ish, bro. Y'all niggas need to chill, man. Cut it. Cut it out. I eat that thing. Travel, for real. But niggas is traveling. These niggas travel, fam. The man them be in airports and shit. These niggas travel. They just can't get over it, bro. Holy. Anyhow, salute to both parties. Okay, I fuck with both parties. All right, so salute to both of y'all. But staying on Wassa news, there has been a chain snatching that happened. Okay, big salute to JNeat. He had posted something maybe about 2-3 days ago, and to be honest, I didn't want to cover this on the podcast neither, bro. This is when shit starts getting a little bit like, it gets super oppy. Okay, so I'll show you guys the original post from JNeat. All right, and then we'll go through the whole story here. Okay, so salute to, and again, salute to JNeat. So here is the original post from JNeat. If you guys can see that on the screen, bada boom, bada bing. We go into the post here. It says, lost my chain in the club, being drunk. Anyone find it on the floor? Hit my line. I got 25K for you. Okay. Yo, the people who be posting, and this is his ops who posted this, right? Lol, PC, tranny, lover, beg for change, neat. You a even bigger clown. God. So this was the original post of when things went down. What I will do is I'll play a video courtesy of Rock Boy Ninja, and that'll give us a little bit more clarity. And then I have a bunch of corresponding posts that that match up with that. All right. So let's get into that. What's good, YouTube?
What's good, YouTube? Back with another one. Before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. But let's get right into it. Now, was BFR artist JNeat robbed of his BFR chain while in Winnipeg? Now, the artist made a post to his Instagram where he stated, lost my chain in the club being drunk. Anyone find it on the floor, hit my line. I got 25K for you. Now, I didn't think much of it other than, how can this guy be so drunk in the club to the point where he loses his chain? He must have been slipping. He's lucky the ops never caught him slipping. But then not too long after that, Bra5 posted to his Instagram, N-words think it's safe to party in Winnipeg. A bunch of emojis. JNeat, come get that BFR chain back.
Hold on. What did they call him?
Chain. He must have been slipping. He's lucky the ops never want to find it on the floor. Hit my line. I got 25K for you. Now, I didn't think much of it other than, how can this guy be so drunk in the club to the point where he loses his chain? He must have been slipping. He's lucky the ops never caught him slipping. But then not too long after that, Bra5 posted to his
Bra5. Wow. I didn't know that Rock Boy Ninja had beef for top 5. Disrespectful.
Instagram, N-words think it's safe to party in Winnipeg. A bunch of emojis. JNeat, come get that BFR chain back emoji. Top 5 also posted a video of the chain by the toilet with the caption, are they gonna drop him from BFR? Question, yes, no. Toronto rapper WhyG then responded to the chain snatching situation by saying, bare difference sets FaceTime in a chain. Man, them are overly clouded. A bunch of emojis. Never seen it on a neck yet. Emojis. Fanned out youths emojis. I'm up in the tag to 40 ball to whoever found it. I know these broke boys never paid you. That's why they're on FaceTime. Now, I don't know.
Bare different sets FaceTiming a chain, man, them are overly clouded and never seen it seen it on a neck yet. Fanned out. They never seen it on a neck yet. These niggas went crazy with the chain family. Holy shit. These niggas went crazy with the chain. And listen, salute to JNeat, but like all of this stuff is like public. When the shit becomes public, I don't know what to tell you guys, man. All right, is there audio on this?
Right here, I'm assuming.
All right, so they did their thing. Where's the video I was watching? Here we go.
Whoever found it, I know these broke boys never paid you. That's why they're on FaceTime. Now, I don't know what happened. I wasn't in the club with them. I didn't see no video or anything. For all we know, JNeat could have been super drunk to the point where he lost his chain. Maybe he got in a scuffle. The chain fell on the floor. Or someone popped the chain off his neck. We don't know what happened, right? But what we do know is a guy like JNeat, he's considered a name brand or a big op, whatever you want to call it. So I don't think he should be in the club getting that drunk to the point where he's losing things. That's just my personal opinion. And a guy like Top 5, even if his peoples have no involvement, you know, he's somehow gonna claim it and try to get the clout off it, right? So I don't know what's really going on. For all we know, JNeat did lose the chain in the club. It wasn't no scuffle. He didn't get robbed, or maybe he did get robbed. Only the question is, BFR chain gonna go on a Greasy Neck tour? Is it gonna go to the Varna Drive? Is Top 5 gonna drag it? Is it gonna go to Regent Park? Is Lil Berete and them gonna throw it around? I don't know, man. Only time.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you what they're talking about with the Top 5 trying to get clout off of this. He said, as Rock Boy was saying. The post over here has nigga think it's safe to party in Winnipeg. JNeat, come get your BFR chain back. And this is Top 5 with the people on FaceTime that I guess took his chain with a big old grin on it.
Time will tell, and how will Pressa and Boondog react to this situation? I don't think I ever seen a story about a BFR or a Wasp Gang chain getting took yet. This is the first time I'm seeing this, so we're gonna see their reaction. We're gonna see what happened. But y'all can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As usual, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. I'm out.
Okay, so there's been some responses, I guess, from the quote-unquote chain snatchers. Okay. And I don't know who these people are, okay? So bear with me. 87 Incognito. He's speaking with the person with Top 5, or not Top 5, with WhyG in the DMs. All right. I already got one player. And I don't know who this is on the FaceTime. I'm going to melt this piece of shit and send the money to Gaza. Halal way. YG responds with laughing emojis. You don't have money to buy that. Stop your noise. He responds, lol, buy it? All right. So, like Rockboy Ninja was saying, it hasn't been on the quote-unquote Greasy Neck tour. And this is just more post in regards to this. All right. This guy, Leaky HG, is not who they're saying is responsible, but who keeps on responding back to this. Says, your man's chain fell off his neck, and all you did was hop in the booth and make an EP. Like I said, again, you are clown, Cronum. And there's another one. And this is just YG's Instagram stories, right? Holy. Damn. And there was one response that they're saying Pressa responded to this whole thing. Pressa's comments on JNeat situation they're saying here. And it says there's a difference between a robber and a thief, and he's playing in the background his attachment song.
Yeah. Boy, play with me. We got clocks and BMBs. And there's a difference from a robber and a thief.
Right? So, I don't know. I started up a poll here just to ask, because sometimes these guys, when they're quote-unquote name brand and they're walking around, I feel like it doesn't make you pussy to not have to walk around with the chain that represents the crew that you're a part of. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have a performance, if you're doing an appearance at a club, if you're doing something where it has something to do with work, then sure, bust out the whole jewelry box if you want to. Okay? Because at that point in time, somebody's giving you a bag to come up to this venue and be you in rapper mode. And I know being the rapper themselves, and this is advice that I'm giving to the man them. I know being the rapper themselves, being who you are as the rapper, adds more aura to your name, and it makes it easier to be able to get bitches when you meet them out in public. And that means you have to have the whole uniform on, whether it's like the darkas inside of the club that's super dark, right? Or the freaking $50,000 worth of jewelry on your neck, or how many worth of jewelry on your neck. You got to have the full package pause so that people know that you're in rapper mode. However, being in rapper mode when you're not collecting a rapper bag on the other side of your trip in the car or Uber or whatever, to me is not worth it. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's because I've matured over time, and now I look and I say, you know what? What are we doing here, B? Do I need to, like, this is even up into my 30s. Do I need to wear a chain every time I leave the crib just to go to the freaking store, or just to go eat dinner that's not even on a date, just to go eat dinner with the girl that I'm already with? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really necessary. You're not doing it for yourself at this point. You're doing it for the people who may see you and say, yo, that's Pressa, or that's Top 5, or that's JNeat, or that's whoever. You know what I'm saying? That's freaking Lil Baby, or any of these guys. But when you see some of these guys in America, when they're walking around with freaking $50,000 worth of jewelry or $100,000 worth of jewelry on their neck, it's like they also got like 10 niggas around them that are willing to die for the shit. To me, it's still not worth it to have to wear your jewelry and be in full rapper mode on road, to have to risk other niggas' lives so that people ain't trying to take your chain off your neck. But I've just realized over time, niggas just fuck with you for who you are. And if they don't, then that's human error. You know what I'm saying? That's not society's problem that these greedy freaking gold digger bitches only fuck with niggas because they see that they got a chain and money. No, you're picking the wrong bitches. You're picking setup things and backdoor shorties. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a bitch is fucking with you because she sees that you got a nice chain on your neck, you're definitely fucking with the wrong chick. But this is my perspective. In y'all perspective, you might be like, nah, you're an old head, fam. I like that girl with the BBL. And the girl with the BBL only likes the name brand niggas who got the chains and the rollies and all that type of shit. So now you got to be in full rapper mode every time you leave the crib, risking your life. I don't know if it's worth it, fam. Right? And this is not just only the JNeat. This is to all the rappers out there who, when they're not on their rapper shift, right? Because I feel like this should be like a, you know, you're going to shift work. Like, okay, I'm not a rapper today. I'm just going to get backwoods from the store. Do I need to be chained down to go get backwoods from the store just in case somebody recognizes me? No, nigga. Just go be yourself. And it's not COVID, fam. All right, Off the Radar Music says COVID ruined these babies or ruined the game. It's not COVID. Because niggas been using the chain as a security blanket forever. And it's like an ironic security blanket. Okay, so let me explain, and then we'll get off of this and get to like major topics. It's a security blanket, and I'm talking from my perspective, from being somebody who used to wear the chain as a security blanket. Like, my shirt doesn't even look as well, like as goated or whatever. It doesn't look as clean without a nice gold chain resting on it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel as secure if I leave the crib without the chain and I'm just wearing a black t-shirt with no big, nice gold chain to accentuate the black t-shirt. So now I'm putting on the chain because I don't feel good without the chain. It's the security blanket. You feel what I'm saying? However, it's an ironic security blanket because that same security blanket is the thing that if I'm walking around because I feel more secure in myself, confident, girls will like me more when I'm wearing the chain. I feel more secure. That same thing that makes me more secure in the way I feel makes it less secure in the way that I'm living when I'm walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about myself, or I feel quote unquote good about myself or better about myself, but now I'm a walking fucking Target. And this is coming from the perspective of me that my chain was worth like, I think it was like 2 racks for my chain. The chain that I used to rock all the time. You could see in older episodes. I used to have like 4 chains. I used to different chains that I used to alternate through, but one that I used to just rock under regular. It went down till about here. Okay, that's old school jewelry now. If you see a nigga wearing chains like that, you're like, yo, that's an old head, right? But like, I couldn't leave home without it. Even if I'm not wearing it on the outside, just having it on the inside. I used to sometimes have 2 of them on the inside, just so that when people would see my neck, they would see that there's 2 chains that are underneath my shirt. And they'll be like, wow, you're somebody. This is my misconception. That didn't make me somebody. I've been way more successful post rocking my chains and been able to retain money that if I do get a chunk of change, I ain't going to the jewelry store with that shit. Fuck that. I'm going to save it. Or I'm going to go buy something else with it. But like, it's just not worth it to me. But I'm also speaking from a 50-year-old mindset. Right? So I don't expect these guys to feel the same. They're also active rappers. But like I said, when you're not doing rapper things, when you're not in rapper mode, keep the chains at home. All right? Shit's got a lot to do with self-love. Facts. But listen, salute to JNeat. All right. If you do see this is not no diss thing. I don't think it sounded like any type of diss or whatever. It's a teachable moment. You know what I'm saying? If you do get the chain back or whatever, cool. But if not, that's also cool. Fuck all that shit, bro. It's just material things in the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I know it's cliche to say it, but your life is way more important than a chain, my nigga. So it is what it is. Okay, let's get to this Iceman stuff, all right? For anybody who does not fuck with Drake, or the thought of Drake, his name just irks you, makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. If you can't stand Drizzy, you might need to circle back in about an hour, because we got a lot to get to as far as this whole Iceman rollout, the campaign, the most goated rollout in all hip-hop history. All right, I'm playing. It's not that severe. But let me show you all a few things, because there's been a lot of talk around this rollout, including if the streamer who did win or who did find the date, whether that's fake or not. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up a bunch of shit. So buckle up. We're in Iceman mode right now. Okay, so let's start over here. Let me get rid of some of these windows because I got hella windows open. All right. So we got the ice blocks, the aerial view. This is Drake when he was first spotted at said ice blocks.
And still.
Okay, I don't want to get copyright, but there he is, Drizzy Drake, the boy. All right. Wearing the Green Bay Packers jacket. Big salute to Drizzy Drake. He's there overseeing the whole building of the structure here. And this is like, what, maybe about, this was Sunday night? This is probably when we were filming the podcast, like right after we filmed the podcast. They went over right near Dundas Square on Bond Street, right on Dundas. And then shit just went insane from there. So let's pull up a couple of news stories.
Right now, let's take a deeper dive into Drake's guerrilla-style marketing for his musical return. Tony Chapman,
courtesy of CP24,
host of the Chatter That Matters podcast and branding expert, joins us live now. Good morning, Tony. Good to see you.
Good morning.
All right, Tony, thumbs up or thumbs down to this one?
Thumbs up. I mean, this is what Courtney was saying. Everybody's coming down. It's exciting. It's energetic. It's a cultural takeover. I mean, you have to earn attention nowadays, and he's done it brilliantly. And for just a thought for the city of Toronto, if you're worried about the ice being dangerous, just curtain it off with the fence, and I promise you that ice will melt. It will go down on its own. I mean, listen, Toronto's got to wake up and say, how can we be part of these cultural moments? How can we celebrate that Drake is our hometown hero? How much fun he's had, teasing the audience, getting them engaged, getting them involved, instead of a few people having to walk across the street or worried about a crowd coming down. Just embrace the fact that this is something that everybody's going to be talking about around the world. What a beautiful time to put Toronto's best foot forward versus always this doom and gloom and worry that seems to surround narrative when it comes to something new and something different.
Why is it freaking freezing like that? Whatchamacallit? There's something that he said right here that I want to rewind.
He's going to be talking about around the world. What a beautiful time to put Toronto's best foot forward versus always this doom and gloom and worry that seems to surround narrative when it comes to something.
What a time to be alive.
New and something different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Tony, we hear you giving a thumbs up to this style of marketing. Can you think of another campaign an artist has done in the past that was kind of similar to this one?
Who?
Well, listen, let's just finish off with the Drake. Don't forget, he also had the frozen courtside seats to tie into it. So he's just creating all these cookies and treasure. Who else has done it really well? Drake. Remember The View? He's sitting on top of the CN Tower. You know, this is somebody that understands that out in this world, there's a thing called social media. People don't share ads. They share experiences. They share the first of all, they share a fear of missing out. And I think this is what Drake lays into the explosions. We've got the ice seats at the obviously his courtside seats at the Raptors. We've got this block of ice now, all tied into the Iceman. So I think if you're going to go back in history, way before most of your viewers, I remember in the Beatles that sort of announced Paul is dead, and everybody thought Paul McCartney had died, and you had to find clues on the albums, you had to buy the albums, had to look for things. You
said it's lagging a bit. Yeah, I see the lag. Big thanks for this donation right there, Vinny.
Posters. Why was he in bare feet, or Lennon bare feet crossing Abbey Road? And it was just a big promotion by Brian Epstein to get people to pay attention to the Beatles. And that's what you do when you're an artist. You want people to pay attention that you've got something new coming out. So guess what? When you release it on May 15th, now everybody knows that date, you're going to stream that album. So it's just brilliant marketing on his part. It was harmless. And to suddenly say if people are coming down with flammable and pickaxes, you can manage that with security. Focus on the energy and the excitement that's happening in the city of Toronto and take advantage of that publicity.
Talk about it. Salute to Vinny B. He says, what do you use for a chat box, fam? I'm using StreamYard, so everything is all in one place over here on StreamYard. Big salute to StreamYard. This is not an ad.
I'm curious, though, in this social media era, and, Champagne Papi, a.k.a. Drake, is, enormous on that. Does he need to do something like this to actually sell or promote? I mean, his fans are so rabid, so engaged, so dialed in with him that I'm curious as to whether or not this sells another single, album, record, download, whatever you want to call it. Like, is something so grand and so big, so attention-seeking, that necessary when he already has the attention of his millions of followers?
Well, that's a great question right there.
Well, this is his first solo album in a long time. Yes, he's a big star, but even Taylor Swift has to go to these kind of tactics to remind people and their fans. You remember, Nick, we're drinking content from a fire hose nowadays. And with AI, that fire hose is becoming a waterfall. So much great content's getting spilled on the floor. So you want to earn the attention of your audience, but more importantly, you want to unleash them so they start sharing what they've discovered. That person now is a celebrity that discovered it was May 15th. You know, I'm going to take the first picture of those ice seats at the courtside and send them around to my world. And when you get that amplification effect, that's what a big artist does. It says, rather than me writing a media check, I'm going to let my fans and ambassadors, I'm going to let them in the inside. What do they call it? Swifties? Swifties are one of the greatest marketing engines ever known to musicians. That's what artists have to do to get attention, even as big as Drake, but he does it with clever. Iceman, ice seats, ice blocks, all of this stuff is connected. And next thing you know, May 15th, Spotify album drops.
Okay. Big salute to Jay Weston. Thank you for the donation. Somebody said in the comments here, 900,000 is too much. Am I overshooting right here? I asked in a poll, will this rolled out get Drake 900,000 or 900,000 first week sales? 87% of y'all are saying yes right now. So I don't think that I'm overshooting with that. Like, what's her face? Taylor Swift did 1 million in a week.
And once again, he's regained his position as the #1 artist in the world. Smart marketing, harmless marketing, smile and celebrate it versus all this sort of worry wording that happens when things like this happen in Canada. If this was in LA or Miami, it would be the biggest talk. Everybody would be excited to be, how long's the ice before it melts in Miami? Comes up to Toronto, and next thing you know, we've got a firefighter melting ice at above 0 temperatures. Come on, seriously?
You know, Toronto's a hater city.
Yeah, okay, so clearly you think this is kind of a waste of our resources, but Drake has certainly created an ice block party before the fire crews moved in. Tony,
How
always
long will it
appreciate
take the
your
ice
thoughts.
block to melt? Create a charity around it. Make a bet. Put a half and half around it.
Right.
Turn it into something positive.
Okay, Tony, we're going to have to leave it there. I really appreciate it.
See, this guy's thinking. I seen one of you guys say that the man's fried. The man's thinking, bro. I ain't mad at him. Old white man over here giving some good advice on marketing right here. It's like, it's not even about hip hop. It's just about good marketing. You know what I'm saying? So let's see some of the pandemonium that's happened around this, and then we'll get to the whole Kishka finding the package.
A very eventful day down here at the corner of Bond and Dundas as Drake has built this giant ice sculpture claiming that he has hidden the release date for his album inside. The idea is that ice will melt and release the date.
I like how it's natural. No one's ever done this before that I've seen, so I think it's kind of something that catches people's eyes. It brings a sense of community. As you can see, everyone's kind of coming to join it together, so I like that aspect of it.
Built overnight on Sunday and into Monday morning, it's a publicity stunt that's getting a lot of attention. Excitement from Drake fans and curious onlookers. And while the installation is drawing lots of crowds and excitement, it has also drawn some criticism and concerns for safety.
Yo, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing, fam?
Excitement, it has also drawn some criticism and concerns for safety.
Around 11 p.m. last night, police were called to the parking lot on Bond Street for crowd control. People were climbing on the structure. Some videos show the ice being set on fire in an attempt to melt it faster. Police say large pieces of ice began to fall, causing a dangerous situation.
Hold on. Let me bring myself back on the screen right here, because I was trying to show this on the podcast a couple of days ago to the Mandem, but we couldn't pause the Instagram and rewind the Instagram that I was looking at. Right here. It's right there. Look at that. These are friggin' solid ice blocks. What's this inside of this discoloration inside of the ice block? You guys see that on the screen? I'm circling with my mouse. All right, Nice Glass said I didn't see what you were talking about in the pod because I couldn't stop the video, fam. Right, I was playing an Instagram video. Instagram doesn't give like a nice, where you could just pull the video back type shit. That you need to fix that. But when I was watching that shit, right, I saw that when he pushed that one ice block off, and I was like, that bag's right there.
Set on fire in an attempt to melt it faster. Police say,
look at it. Look at it. It's fucking clear as it was clear as day. Wow. I know I'm not tripping neither. All right, gang. Am I tripping? Like, can you see this? Am I the only one who can see this? There's literally something encased inside of the block. So Matt, so you're trying to tell me? Okay, see, and I saw the comment like this before, and I'm gonna address this. Thank you, Nice Glass. But it fell off, and he found the bag on top. Thank you. Okay, boom, knock that block off. Cool. These niggas went back up in the middle of the night and put the shit back in there, fam. Hold on. Play the video. Doesn't the ice fall? Yes, it falls. Look.
Large pieces of ice began to fall, causing a dangerous situation. The area blocked.
Fam, even when it fell and it toppled.
Large pieces.
You can see the yellow in it. Don't piss me off, man.
It faster. Police say.
Look.
Large piece. Large pieces.
You can see yellow inside of the thing, fam. Wow. This is the blue part.
Police say large piece.
And then there's the yellow inside of it. Book. There's, yes. But wasn't there some yellow? Listen. Wasn't there a yellow part to it too? I'll find. We're gonna go forward and we'll get to the video with him opening the bag and all that type shit. But listen, I'm not trying to diss or anything neither. I'm just saying, like, I saw that.
Pieces of ice began to fall, causing a dangerous situation. The area blocked off with fencing, and there is security present. Was the idea last night to try to speed up the melting process?
Honestly, I just think it was just us trying to, just get Drake's attention.
And then another surprise today around 12:30 when fans were allowed by security to come through the barricades and get up close with the ice sculpture.
Are you guys trying to speed up the process here?
So we're trying to speed up the process. We got to see when the album's coming.
Are you worried about the fact that everybody might get kicked out because you're trying to hit the ice again?
Oh, well, sorry. I thought we were allowed to do that.
The city did get back to us with the information that no permit was issued for this structure because it sits on private property.
All permit.
Really? That property right there, because I used to go to the barbershop right across the street from there. Big salute to Rock the House Barbershop. It used to be right there on Dundas Street. So I parked in the parking lot over there before. So I don't know if it's still a parking lot after this is done, or that's gonna become something else. That might be becoming a condo or something like that. But if it's private property, I wonder if these guys own the shit now, because these guys own mad shit in the city. So they might own it. They might have done a deal with the owner. You never know when it comes to the OVO team. The mans have their hands wrapped in a lot of shit in the city.
Additions would come from either Drake's team or the owners of the property. Toronto police and city officials are monitoring the situation.
We did have reports of individuals trying to chip away at the ice sculpture with hammers, pickaxes, and obviously chunks of ice falling is a safety concern for a lot of people. The owners of that ice sculpture have hired private security and additional security measures to ensure that everybody who wants to view the ice sculpture can do it safely, and that nobody will be on top of it or climbing it.
Listen, let me show you something, how crazy people are going. People are actually selling the ice. Right now that the ice has gotten more broken down, right? Fans are selling pieces of Drake's ice sculpture on eBay. Right? A piece of Drake ice for a hint of the new album, $100. With the Iceman cup, $364.94. Wow. Yo, wait, let me bring this back. Yo, gang, what are we doing here? Y'all copping this, fam? There's still a little bit of time. You can go down there, get yourself a piece of ice, run back to your crib, or bring a cooler. Bring a cooler with you, okay? Have yourself a cooler. Go down there, get some ice, bring it back home, and now you got Iceman ice. All right, you need to make sure that you take a video. Right? Stay true says can't knock the hustle. All right, just make sure that you do it right. Make sure that you take a video of yourself chipping the ice off and putting it in a cooler so that the customer knows that they're buying Drake ice, right? Or Iceman ice. Because niggas could just take whatever out their freezer and be like, yo, listen, this is from the Iceman sculpture. I'll sell it to you for $400. No, bro, let me see a video of you breaking this piece of ice off of the ice sculpture before I send my $400. All right? I need proof. Because it's fucking ice. With all due respect to Drake. Because I know this is a genius marketing plan, but the fans, you guys are crazy. It's ice. It's indistinguishable from another piece of ice. Right? There's not a special color on the ice that makes this ice different than the other ice. So don't take it home. Just observe it, enjoy the art, take some pictures in front of it. If somebody bought this off of eBay, you're a loser. I'm sorry. Okay? We're not even going to blame the person who chipped the piece of ice off and put it in the cup. If you're the person who's the purchaser, the secondhand purchaser, somebody who's like in Kansas City somewhere and you didn't get a chance to come down to Toronto, and now you're waiting, how are they gonna ship it? Are they gonna ship it in some kind of sealed ice package? By the time you get this freaking thing from this guy on eBay, the thing melt off in the box, brethren. I eat that thing. Iceman blocks of Drake, $36. You are a loser if you buy this. Look, they put it in bags like it's crack. $72. Nigga. Oh, they took the sign. The sign is worth money still. I thought about that still. Right, old John Crow says it's Fandom Friday. That's great hip hop. It is. It's amazing. But like, it's just weird fandom, bro. Like, you know what? It's not even weird. The person who's buying it from that person who's running the hustle is weird. I ain't mad at the hustler. I'm mad at the customer. You know what I'm saying? The sign is tough. All right? Danger, do not touch. The ice structure may break or collapse without, I can't even see the shit from here. Without warning, and falling ice and sharp fragments, blah, 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 blah. Listen, one thing I did hear on a What's the Dirt video, which a lot of people didn't mention, is the ice pick thing. The man's using ice picks and shit like that to break the ice, and nobody's wearing like protective glasses and shit. Just going crazy.
Around 2:30 this afternoon, several police cruisers rushed to the scene when once again someone climbed to the top of the ice structure, apparently to shoot a music video.
Jeez!
Wasn't too hard. I made it up pretty quick, and a lot of people were pretty shocked that I was able to do that. And then I've got a camera recording me from like the 40th floor of that building up there.
Officers on scene tell me they will continue to monitor, but again, that the structure is on private property.
Now, in another development today, a streamer has claimed that he found the date hidden inside the ice. He says it will be May 15th. Drake has yet to confirm that. We have reached out to his team for confirmation.
So this is very early in the game, right?
But I guess they're still here.
And this is now them taking the shit down. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. There was other people that showed up to the ice sculpture. Shane Gillis is in town. He took a picture with Boy Wonder in front of the ice sculpture. Big salute to Shane Gillis. Right, very, very funny comedian. So a lot of people were taking like got their photo ops in front of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can go through, even my team, they went crazy. Let me see. Let's find Natural's page first. I think he's on his 5th video in front of the ice block. Bare ice block videos. Nice. Bare copyright right there. Our friendship depends on what you sing when you hear this rhythm. All right? Watch Kishka. He's up there doing the I didn't even book that in this video when I was watching it earlier. Holy shit. Kishka's literally up there finding the date while this guy is doing a video. Hey! Yo, big salute to DJ Natural. And I know Czar, he took some pictures in front of there. Let's go to DJ Czar's page. Aura Farming. Thirst Trapping Czar. Right? Came out with the Timmy boots. Is there volume on this? Listen to DJ Czar. Yo, you know you're thirst trapping when you do the 1 foot up, 1 foot leaned up on the wall type shit. Ice Agent Czar is crazy. I want to go back to his post over here. We'll get to Kishka in a second. Let me just do a quick side mission. Hold on. Weston, you want to do a collab on Kick? Can we do collabs on Kick? The next stream, we'll do a collab on Kick. I got to learn a little bit more about my Kick interface. This is the issue that he got into. Is it right?
Made the pilgrimage to the ice sculpture. Yo, are you guys making beats right now?
Yeah, bro. Okay. We're cooking up. We're cooking up.
Okay, FL?
FL Studio.
Let me hear it, ting. Like, how do you feel about the ice sculpture pyramid as a marketing strategy?
I think it's very smart, to be honest. It's a good way to bring people in the city together. Drake could have easily live streamed the whole thing and profited off of that, but like, he has streamers out here, you know, doing their thing. So yeah, it's good way of bringing the city together.
I think it's sick, man. It's a cool rollout idea. People seem to love it. Yesterday was nuts. I saw everything on social.
I love a good rollout, so I can't wait to see when the album drops.
All right, we're joined with Steve, a local Torontonian. You live around this area. How do you feel about the presence of Drake's ice sculpture pyramid right now?
It's very blue. I'm surprised by how blue the ice is, I have to say. It's fine, I guess. I saw people here last night. They seem to be climbing all over the thing, but they aren't today, so that's probably a good thing.
Made the pilgrimage.
This mic sounds crazy loud. I want to find the clip where oh, he found this guy. I'm gonna find that clip in a second. Okay, but he found this guy over here.
How you feeling about the ice sculpture pyramid?
I'm not a fan of Drake, but I saw on social media. I just want to see what's happening.
Why are you not a fan of Drake?
I'm not a fan of him. I don't like his music.
Not one Drake song that you like?
Nope.
Are you at least a fan of sculpture, bringing people together?
I like arts. I like, people being together. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
I know you don't have.
This is the guy who runs around harassing people with his freaking camera and shit like that. Like, bun this guy.
To talk about this, but you were in some turmoil. Is everything resolved from that situation?
No comments.
How you feeling about the ice sculpture?
Good. I ain't gonna let that one slip. You're gonna only hear it on one side right now.
What?
Why'd you do that?
Why not?
We're not even in America, bro.
What's that?
We're not even in America.
It's okay.
It's like wrong messaging, wrong place.
You think Canadian or Americans don't listen to Drake?
I know, but don't you find that it was kind of like a selfish, like political opportunity? Like, it's like a piece of art, and you're kind of using it for like moral, like self-righteous purposes.
Why not?
Art is
Why not?
about humans.
Yeah, there's nobody. It didn't give. Where's the guidelines?
I mean, technically, everyone's been vandalizing it, so I feel like technically you're
Put
allowed.
my name on it.
I feel like this is gonna like make a difference in terms of like awareness about ICE, even though we're in Canada and ICE is in America.
We are in this danger to have ICE here. Like,
Yeah, if illegal people come here, ICE will come and get them, right?
what exactly made
Again, it
this
has
country?
nothing to do with Canada or America, right? There's like space, and it's installation art, and we can respond to it or be how we wish around it, right?
And that post went pretty viral too. It got up on 6buzz. Let me see if I can find that, and then we'll get to the Kishka part here, because people have been really speculating, and I'm not helping with the speculation, but he did do a response to people thinking that it's fake. Yo, people were smoking on the freaking thing. I ate that thing. Man's about to do some hair on. I'm not even gonna show that video. I ain't even gonna get my shit fucked up. But dude was about to do some heroin on the ice sculpture. Did 6buzz post it? It's gonna be hard to find that shit. Anyhow, so Kishka finally did find the date. All right, and let me just see if I can pull up some of his responses to him thinking it's fake. Okay, I'll stay on 6buzz right now because over here they did show him finding the dates.
Iceman, May 15th. May 15th. TOS? TOS! 2024, 2026 will be the year. Am I reading this wrong? Will be my year. 2026 will be my year. 2096. I'm not reading that number. Holy shit, bro. Wow. Yo, what?
Drake gifted him $50,000.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yo, let me buy that whip off you. Let me buy that whip off you right now. How much for that whip? How much? Yo, how much for rent 1 month over here? 1 month. Yo, Drake, come outside, bro. Come outside. Is this nigga gonna... Iceman.
And if you go over to his page, he's been going crazy. Let's go to Almighty Kishka's page. He's been celebrating. All right, he was at the Raptors game last night with Agent 00. Right, he's still rocking he put back on the suit here. This is him celebrating with the money.
You got to know we got the package extra side. Don't I love?
All right, 50 racketies. But this is him actually discovering the thing.
It's here, guys. O-A-L-D. World? Freeze the world. Freeze the world. That was his plan. That was his plan. That's why he froze those 2 seats at the Raptors game. That's why he placed a fucking brick of ice in the middle of downtown. He's trying to freeze the world. This nigga's really Iceman. This nigga's Iceman. This is like... Sounds like Lego pieces. Lego... No. Feels like a board. Feels like a board of crystals. I even know. Hold on. Ready? You're good. It's a little bit zoomed in. Good. Stop recording.
So, and I guess Drake requested for him to go to the crib, because at first I was wondering, like, how did he know to go to Drake's crib? All right.
It feels really surreal right now to be the only person to have the Iceman treasure in his very hands right now. We're bringing this to Drake's house. We need answers. We need answers live. Legit check right now. There's only one place to do a legit check. Only one place.
All right. So he's been living nice. All right. Well deserved. It's a W script. He says it's not scripted. Okay. I have a post with him saying that it's not scripted. All right. Let's get to that. Actually, you know, we can stay on his page. Let's get back over here. It's right here. It's probably in his reels. He literally just freaking made a post about this shit, saying that it's not scripted. All right, I'll find it again. Okay, and he did a podcast episode too.
The stage.
A social media influencer digging the date out of a massive block of ice.
Okay, this is the one from 4 hours ago. So it would be this one here.
A lot of you thought the last 48 hours was staged.
A social media influencer digging the date out of a massive block of ice before driving it to the Toronto Raptors' house.
From a simple viral TikTok to blowtorching, then pickaxing this giant ice sculpture, or should I say sledgehammering, to having 6,000 viewers on my stream, which included Drake, and Aiden Ross. I gotta go. To having a record breaking of 30,000 views. The whole city was watching. This ice sculpture had turned Toronto into Gotham City. All for Drake's newest album, Iceman. This city had a mission, and that was to get the album release date. But I had a mission of my own. It was to get that album release date and deliver it to Drake himself. Here's how I did it. A lot of you thought the last 48 hours was staged.
So he's gonna drop a video on the 25th. Today is so tomorrow he's gonna drop a video about this. All right. I just put up a poll asking right now, was Kishka finding the date fake? All right. Let me see what you guys' opinions are on this. And he did go a little bit more in depth into this whole thing in a podcast episode here. This is on Bars. Hold on, let's make it bigger on the screen. Let's make it bigger. Pause. What the fuck's going on here with this shit here?
Sorry, bro. Drake did not expect me showing up to his house. In that chat, the one and only message that he said is I'd start from the top if I were you. It's Kishka, I'm with Bars, and I'm revealing the real story of what happened on the Drake Iceman stream. For anybody that thinks this thing was staged, anybody walking by a large ice sculpture that knows Drake knows what this is. Drake first interacted on my stream. That was after I had grabbed the sledgehammer and started pickaxing the ice cubes from like the front of it. And he had said in the chat, the first and only time he spoke in my chat, I'd start from the top if I were you. And then I told myself, like, bro, I have to come back tomorrow and see what this is about. I only slept about 3 hours, waking up to 40 missed calls by my boy Waleed. We know that it's on the top row. You got to look for dark blue on the top layer. That's when I realized.
See it right there? Okay. I'm not trying to pull shit apart. I guess I am. There's a block of ice that was knocked down off of the top over here. All right. That he knocked down himself. We saw this earlier in the segment. How did this block of ice get replaced over here? Where like now we don't see any blocks of ice missing.
I knew exactly where it was. I had 3 options running in my head. 1 was either open it up in front of everybody. Number 2, bring it to the CN Tower and open it up there on stream. Or number 3, bring it to Drake's house. I stopped at the gas station to kill time because we were waiting for clearance through Smiley to figure out if we were gonna be allowed in. While camping at the gas station, that's when I got a call from Aiden Ross, and Aiden Ross had told me, hey, we want you at the embassy. Like we're gonna get you there. We're gonna have everything set up. That's when I'm like, bingo. I remember when I first got there, a security was actually trying to kick me out. I've never been to Drake's house before. I've never been to his mansion in my life. That shit was cool as fuck. When you revealed the Iceman release date as May 15th, did it feel like that the mission was complete? Is it May 15 yet? That's when the mission's complete. It honestly feels so surreal just being validated and co-signed by Drake, knowing that he watches over everyone in the city and looks out for people that keep trying, bro. And I'm just one of those niggas that love to keep trying, bro. And it didn't feel real. It felt like it was a dream. Don't be afraid. And yeah, just take that step, bro. Drake, if you're
Salute to Kishka. I feel like a lot of people are getting to know who he is now. He's been on Streamer University. I think he might have a clip of that on his own page. He should have a clip of that. I think that's one of the pinned posts, right? I can't play this with the music in the background, but yeah, he was at Streamer University.
They're gonna watch it, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, you
But
are the content.
there with Duke Dennis.
Deep
Yeah.
it.
Clock it, guys. Clock
Oh,
it.
fuck no.
Discussion, you can ask me anything you want to without making them not talk. So feel free, yes.
What's your body count?
Right, okay, now.
You heard? 609B. I bet.
I remember when he got into his little back and forth with Rakai.
Know where I'm at?
No, I didn't. I don't know. You can have sausages all day, bro.
That kid is a menace.
Who?
There's nothing you can do. Or what? Good night.
Why you touching me?
Right, and he's been arrested a few times for some of his streams. I wonder if he has that on his own page. It was this when he first came home. No, I think he might have deleted that. He might have deleted that. Let me see if I can find some news stories before we move on here on Kishka, because I remember he got arrested like 2 times. Let's see, Toronto streamer arrested. Let's do that. No. Let's see. Maybe if I could put his name in here, because I know they're not going to put his name in his arrest. You know what I'm saying? But he got arrested a few times when it comes to the streaming. So he's been putting in work as far as in the streaming game for a while. The point of me even saying this is because of the fact that he's done so much wild shit to get notoriety in the streaming game is why it's even more to me where Drake might have been like, you know what? Let me throw this guy a bone, pause, and put on Kishka so he don't have to be taking penitentiary chances anymore. But they're doing a cleanup right now. Let's play this over here.
Of course, we can see that right now it's certainly continuing to make the headlines. I can tell you that fire crews didn't really start from the bottom, but I guess they're still here, right? And I'm going to start.
Oh. Say that again. Say that again.
Fire crews didn't really start from the bottom, but I guess they're still here, right? And I'm going to step out of the way. You don't want to see me. You want to see what they're doing right now. So this is the actual second truck that just came in not too long ago. Of course, the aerial truck here that continues to pour water over this ice sculpture. Of course, as they're trying to break this down, now that the sort of fanfare in terms of finding out Drake's new release date is now known, that, of course, May 15th. But fire crews have been trying to take steps to basically break down this ice sculpture here near Dundas and Bond. This was put here all to tease Drake's new album. But the reason why they're tearing this down, they're saying that this is due to multiple complaints and concerns for public safety. In fact, Toronto Fire Chief Jim Jessup putting out a statement earlier today.
Concerns for public safety? How? Just because of people climbing? Well, you know what? The climbing on top is kind of dangerous still.
Basically saying that a lot of people had tried to gather to try to find ways to melt the ice, using anything from flammable liquids to even open flames, and again in an uncontrolled environment. And the chief basically saying that doing this would pose an immediate threat to having a fire happen. And so we even captured fire crews earlier on throughout the day, of course, and overnight, as crews try to tackle a way to try to bring this sculpture down. A lot of questions have been circulating when it comes to the resources. There are fire crews that are here. There are Toronto cops that are here as well. And it certainly continued to attract a lot of attention here. A lot of the questions, again, going back to resources, who's going to foot the bill, basically, now that this is being melted by Toronto Fire? And of course, now the Toronto Police are also here too, trying to manage traffic around in and around this area. We were at a Mayor Chow availability earlier today, and she was asked this question about who's basically going to be footing the bill in terms of bringing this ice sculpture down. Here's what she had to say.
Let's go, Chow.
The fire chief made the decision last night, and I support his decisions. His responsibility is people's safety, and you will have to ask him, what are the safety concerns that he has. Drake is a big supporter of our city, and there's so much excitement across our city toward.
Let me pause this for a second. Young Money says Drake put over $1 million on this, which is facts. So I'm sure he wanted it to be up a little longer. Yeah, I feel like Toronto, they like to just freaking shit on the party, bro.
People's safety, and you will have to ask him, what are the safety concerns that he has. Drake is a big supporter of our city, and there's so much excitement across our city towards this new Drake album, the Iceman.
Yo, listen, right there, golden promotion right there. Repeat it again. Say that again, Chow Chow.
Drake is a big supporter of our city, and there's so much excitement across our city towards this new Drake album, the Iceman.
That's a sound bite, okay? You heard it here first. If you hear this sound bite on the Jersey album, on the Iceman album, you heard it here first. All right? You got the freaking mayor saying, "Oh, listen, I'm not even going to imitate her accent because they're going to call me a racist."
Yeah, Iceman, right? I'm excited too, right? Oh, it's going to be a great summer.
It's going to be a great summer.
So you heard there, Mary Olivia Chow, certainly a big fan of Drake. Didn't necessarily answer the question, though, in terms of who's going to foot the bill for the resources that's being put into this to actually break this sculpture down, which, in fact, has been here on this private parking lot here since Monday. And Drake putting out a post.
You buy or you leave.
On Instagram, basically, again, finding a way to tease his album date. A Twitch streamer was able to find the date inside this ice sculpture here. Of course, we know that date of May 15th. So now that all that fanfare is wrapped up, they're now trying to find a way to, of course, break this down. And of course, really, this is really went from 0 to 100 real quick. And we'll try to see how long it's going to take for crews to actually break down all this ice. And then, of course, we're starting to see all the pooling and ponding that surround us. And it's also still continuing to attract a lot of people.
She went for 2 Drake songs in one segment, in one 3-minute segment. You did good, Shorty. You did good. You did good. Iceman installation, how 3,500 blocks took over downtown Toronto. Okay, I'm just double checking to see if there's any news stories that I haven't missed about this. So, since then, Drake has still been active, because we're not going to look at this and think that between now and May 15th, when the album is going to drop. And also, you know what I should mention while I'm over here? If I go back on DJ Natural's page on May 15th, there is the Sexy Red show. All right, big salute to DJ Natural Wave. He's going to be DJing over at the Sexy Red show. And I seen another post, and I will find that. I don't know why my pages are not loading. What the fuck? Let's do a quick refresh here. Refresh. Don't worry, I swear I got good internet. Let's find the post. Let's find the post. This guy posted he got a lot of posts up here. Holy shit. Damn, Nacho, where the hell is the freaking Sexy Red post? You got it pinned? Oh, there we go. All right, Sexy Red show. First time DJing at Rebel. And it's for my crush. That's your crush, Sexy Red? Okay, so Drizzy will definitely be popping out to the Sexy Red show. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. He'll definitely be popping out to that show. Okay, but since the whole ice sculpture thing, and now that we have the date, he's continuing to give hints through these posts here. So he's made 3 different Instagram posts, and these are also on his Instagram page. If you go over to Drizzy's page, he's got the post over there. Let's go to Champagne Poppy's page. All right, so he has the date here, May 15th. And then he has these cryptic posts. So when I call your bluff, make sure you answer me on that first ring. And then if you put it all together, Iceman. Ooh. All right. And then the next post that he has over here. Please stop mistaking chat for facts. Reels, I guess, like Instagram reels, for reality. Streaming for flow. And likes for love. Thank you. All right. What does it mean? What does it mean? And then this last post over here. Here is something you can all criticize and pretend does not make you feel better than everything. All right. So he's getting super cryptic right now. I do predict also that he will have one more Iceman episode before we get to this Iceman album. Right now, we're the 24th of the month. So let's see. Y'all can see my calendar on the screen. Let's pull up the calendar. Oh, you can't see my calendar on the screen. Okay, so we're about 1, 2, it's almost 3 weeks. Yo, we're almost a month away still. That's still a stretch. We're about 3 weeks away. So I would anticipate maybe he might drop another single, or might drop an actual single, or just drop the Iceman maybe about a week before this album drops. This is just my predictions. There's been also some more predictions as far as the album itself about what's supposed to be on there, or maybe not predictions, but from what Maul, Big Salute to Maul, heard that's going to be on the album, and I'll play that right now.
Or has everything just been? I think every artist, no matter how amazing they are, not every song that they make is incredible. A lot of stuff ends up on the cutting room floor. With all the music that Drake has sent you, has there been any records where you were just like, nah, not that one? Or has everything just been?
No, it was, I heard a lot of early when I guess he was still in the recording process, like ideas and things like that. But a lot of the times I don't want to hear records if they're not done. Like, I don't want to hear records when you're still working on it.
Okay.
But when I heard the records that I heard that are done are undeniable records.
Okay.
Like, it's just undeniable music. But a few songs that he sent me over the last year, 2 years, I'm pretty sure some of them he hasn't used because he's changed just off conversations. He's changed.
Yo, Easy Factor saying Friday should ask Drake to hear it. I could be that bold to ask him, yo, let me hear something, but I doubt he'll let me hear it. I feel like they don't feel that I'm trustworthy enough to keep that in the vault, right? Maybe I'm wrong, okay? I'm still trying to earn the trust back after that whole WAC 100 freaking debacle. But yeah, I don't know if they're going to be like, yo, let Friday, the guy who freaking had that conversation with WAC 100, listen to my album before it drops, okay? But I could be wrong. Because if I hear that, I wouldn't like start leaking the shit or, you know, tell people, oh, he got this person on the album or that person on the album, right? Chatty Patty Ricky. Oh, no. That's probably what they're calling me over there at the embassy, fam.
The album a couple of times. He recorded and, you know, I guess that wasn't his energy or inspiration anymore and took a break.
Listen, I'm sorry to keep on pausing the video. Juicy Hamburger, he says, I think they would let you hear it, to be honest. I used to hear a lot of stuff back in the days when I was way closer with 40, right? He used to let me hear shit sometimes months ahead of time. All right. I heard Nice for What? Probably 6 to 8 months before the song dropped, right? Around the Scorpion times. So like there was I used to hear stuff way early. I've heard even Lemon Pepper Freestyle. I heard that way before it dropped. And that I was just like flabbergasted when I heard that shit. I was like, what? That's what this guy's dropping? Holy. Trust me. But yeah, those times are done.
And, you know, went on vacation, recorded some more. And, you know, so he took his time with whatever the final Iceman album is. But he had a few, I guess, rough albums where he thought this was the album or this was going to be the album or this song was going to make the album that, you know, he completely went away from that and started creating different energy, different sounds.
If you're all wondering why there's no video moving or anything like that, it's because this is on Netflix.
Which I think a lot of artists, that's what they do a lot of times. So he is different, but it's no different in the process of being inspired by a sound this week or next week. And then, you know, 40 might play something and you like, oh shit, like the whole motivation and the sound is just shifting now. So, you know, yeah. So I've heard a couple songs that
he's being very cryptic right now, even in the way that he's speaking and he's watching his words. Cause he's just like, yo, 40 might play something. There was like inklings for the longest space of time that 40 wasn't contributing to the newest Drake music. And you could tell, to be honest, with some of the stuff that people were saying was quote unquote mid. You could tell that it didn't have the Noah Shabib touch. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But him even just kind of tiptoeing in the way he's talking about, oh, you know, 40 might play something and it just changes his mindset. This is new shit over the last few months, in my opinion, which has helped change the direction of where Iceman probably was before to where we're going now. And to be honest, it's a good thing, but this is part of the reason why we probably had such a delay from the Iceman 3 release of the live stream to where we are now.
Energy, different sounds, which I think a lot of artists, that's what they do a lot of times. So he is different, but it's no different in the process of being inspired by a sound this week or next week. And then, you know, 40 might play something and you like, oh shit, like the whole motivation and the sound is just shifting now. So, you know, yeah. So I've heard a couple songs that were just like rough drafts and just, you know, maybe just laid a hook on it. But you can always tell that if that was a song that he really decided like this was going to be on the album, it was going to be a great record.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that from the outside looking in when he was doing the streams and then stopped. I thought we were getting the album because he was doing those streams like every 2 weeks or whatever and then just cut it. That's why I felt like, oh, he probably scrapped the album and just starting over. That was just my guess, but all right. Well, I hope that accurately answered this gentleman's question. But yeah, honestly, if I don't like Iceman, I'm gonna Say that.
As you
want to make
should.
sure if they want to know if you're going to make fun of Maul. People are like, nah, I thought you said this shit was undeniable. I'm denying it.
I will come in here.
You know how I know that this is a setup for Maul to be able to get some shit off? Because it's all strategy. Even Maul getting on the new Rory and Maul podcast and just giving little inklings like, yo, I heard some stuff without the hook, or a couple of just rough copies of shit. This is a whole the call-in segments, or whatchamacallit, voicemail segment. This is their voicemail segment. So how do you go on a whole Drake rant about the music that's going to be on Iceman and the potential, and listening to rough tracks off of a voicemail of one of the fans asking, will you clown Maul if the Iceman album isn't fire, if it's mid? That was the question. I listened to this podcast episode this morning, right? And the question was, will you clown Maul, asking, will Rory clown Maul if the Iceman album is mid? And he got into a whole rant about how Drake let him hear some shit and all that. To me, that's a setup. That was a catapult so that Maul can get that shit off. I'm not saying that the voicemail was fake. You know what? I am saying the voicemail was fake. Because it wasn't even, actually, it was a call-in. It was a call-in voicemail. And they might have got somebody to just call in and make that voicemail so that Maul can get on his, I heard some stuff off the Iceman rant. It's all strategic, fam.
If that is the case, which again, I don't anticipate this album to.
Juicy Hamburger said, what voicemail? They do a voicemail segment on their podcast near the tail end of every episode. And they have fans send them voicemails before each episode. So he's actually just reacting to a voicemail. They're not in a conversation about Iceman. They just listen to a voicemail, and he's like, okay, will you be clowning Maul when the Iceman album comes out? And he just got into this whole friggin' monologue. It's like, now in hindsight, when I listen back here in the live stream, I'm like, oh, that monologue was pre-planned.
Be bad. But I will ask starting over. Mm-hmm. That was just my guess, but all right. Well, I hope that accurately answered this gentleman's question. But yeah, honestly, if I don't like Iceman, I'm gonna say that.
As you should. Make sure if they want to know if you're gonna make fun of Maul. People are like, nah, I thought you said this shit was undeniable. I'm denying it.
I will come in here if that is the case, which again, I don't anticipate this album to be bad, but I will ask Maul the songs that he's talking about right now that he was sent. I want to know which ones those are right now that we're listening.
If you don't like it, yeah,
yeah. I'd like to know which ones at that point, but I don't know. I just do hope it's not like 24 songs. That's where my fear. I want, for the first time, a very concise. I know he has a bunch of genres and different fan bases he has to cover. Give me 14 records, bro.
That album gonna be 22 records.
Give me 14 records, please.
Don't see it. Don't see it.
16?
Maybe. 18, 20.
Because Drake has, again, the singing rap, like, I don't think there's ever a world where you get like a 12-track Drake album, but 14 to me is a good sweet spot.
I won't be mad at 14.
14 would be fucking great.
I think it's gonna be significantly longer.
I mean, he's been working on it for a while, so that's where.
What do y'all think? I kind of agree. We need like maybe 14, 16 songs tops. I know those niggas love to make long ass albums, and that's always been a problem. One of my issues I've had with Drake albums, too long, fam. I don't want to see a 2 in front of any number when it comes to the amount of songs that are going to be on this Drake album, right? Will the Iceman? Sorry, I got to type in one hand. I got Randy over here with me. Okay, Big Suta, Big Randy over here. Be a classic. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I'm not saying hip hop classic or whatever, just classic, period. Period.
That's where I'm a little.
Got a lot to say. A lot to talk about.
Yeah, but Drake is one of those artists where I feel like him, Hove, Fonte, they can say a lot in a little, which I think is a crazy talent. Where you
Big salute to What's the Dirt
can get your whole point across in 16 bars, which is extremely difficult. I think Drake could still be concise with all the shit he has to say. He has that talent, which only a few rappers really have. Where like 32 is all it takes for me. I'll get my entire point across. Like we don't need to address this again, type of thing. So, oh man, give me 6 Churchill down verses. Give me some shit for outside. Give me 1 or 2 R&B hurt records, and I'm a happy fan.
It's a pig of shit, right?
I wonder. Somebody asked in the chat there, What's the Dirt? If he heard Iceman. I don't even think. I think there's songs that are finished from Iceman, but I don't think that the album itself is done. All right. I think they're gonna finish the last few songs like literally the week of the album. Let me play something and I found this very interesting, courtesy of Van Lathan, of his opinions on Drake's Iceman arc.
I play over and over and over again almost every day.
Fair.
Okay.
Housing, or maybe it was just homelessness. I don't even know if
No.
she's not the original.
Not original. She's the second team.
Is Wolverine in the original?
No,
Okay.
second team as well. That's
fine.
the new.
So they're talking about Iceman or they're talking about X-Men, right? So he's going to give his breakdown here of what he thinks Drake arc is going to be. And I think he's kind of already there. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to find a spot.
Oh, girl.
Who? Slides and all of that stuff. And all of that stuff. But then in the 90s, Iceman movies.
Oh.
So in the comic books, this is what happens to Iceman. Iceman is Bobby Drake. And for a long time, he was a very
Iceman's real name, Bobby Drake.
Valuable member of the X-Men. He made ice slides and all of that stuff. If you watch Spider-Man and His Amazing Friend in the 80s, it was Iceman, Firestar, and Spider-Man, right?
Okay.
Everyone already knew Iceman. And they knew that he was a powerful guy, that he was an A+ comic book character as a member of the X-Men, and he has own adventures and all of that stuff. But then in the 90s, he had a second mutation. What actually ended up happening is we didn't know how powerful Iceman actually was. Iceman went through a secondary mutation and then became an Omega level mutant. What happened to Iceman was he was cold as fuck, but we didn't even realize how cold he was.
He's breaking it down.
He became pure cold. He went from someone that encased his body in ice to becoming pure ice. It turned out that Iceman couldn't just make snowballs and slides. He could actually rearrange the molecular structure using cold. He was like a cold psychic that could bring upon a new ice age, that could cold everything. You couldn't even kill Iceman, because if you killed Iceman, if you shot him, he could reform his body by freezing his molecules and putting himself back together.
Oh, wow.
He legitimately became a god.
He's breaking it down.
God level agent of cold. This, when I think in my comic brain of where Drake is and what Drake needs to do, Drake needs a secondary mutation.
Is that the album?
It's gonna depend. Drake needs a secondary mutation. Drake is already up there. He's always a hero. He's always been a hero for a long time that everybody's loved. He's been around. You've seen him. He's one of the leaders of the hip hop X-Men and all of that stuff. But what people are looking for from this album is the same thing that happened to Bobby Drake, a secondary mutation where Drake shows that he's not just the cold guy that we know, that he is the coldest, and that he can't be killed by traditional means.
Bars.
That's what happened to
Say that part again.
Happened to Bobby Drake, a secondary mutation where Drake shows that he's not just the cold guy that we know, that he is the coldest, and that he can't be killed by traditional means. That's what happened to Iceman in the comics, and that's what has to happen to Drake.
So,
let that one breathe for a second right there. Woo! Van Lathan Jr. with the take. Let that one breathe for a second right there. Holy. Yeah. No, listen, Matt, he cooked right there. He cooked up a friggin' hot stove of takes right there. You know what I'm saying? I heard that earlier. I was like, I literally listened to the shit before the live stream started. I was like, I gotta bring this shit to the stream. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing on Iceman because big salute to Matt from What's the Dirt being actually here in the building because I seen ya. Putting in some work out here in these internet streets with the breakdowns of the words. Okay, so I want to just go over to
it's pretty much all
your video here because that breakdown was brilliant, sir.
We posted this 416, which was Bell again, and then we,
right here,
May 15th. What do you guys think? What do you guys make about these posts? When I call your bluff, make sure you answer me on that first ring. Call your bluff, obviously pointing out lies. We got the Pinocchio theme. Pinocchio obviously lies, his nose grows. It's something that I really wanted to look back at, where even my own breakdowns, not of episode 1, but episode 2, there was a huge theme around doors in episode 2, right? And here's my breakdown right here. And he had Pinocchio written on the door. Dream titled, let's see. Let me skip ahead a bit.
Oh, shit. Yo, Two Fly. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me ask you guys, can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the sound effect, or am I tripping? You heard it, right? Okay, and it didn't double up? It didn't double up? Let me know, one in the chat, because I'm using my other sound effect for it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it didn't double up. Nice. Thank you, Carol. Is that why Drake did the interview with Bobby Altoff? Bobby and Drake? Bobby Drake? Oh my God. I think we might have a breakthrough right there. Holy shit.
The tree with a red trailer behind him that reads deliveries up to 27 million, all in a day's work, with the word work blocked out. The scene that we're looking at in this, there is even a point in the character of Pinocchio. He is a wooden puppet fabricated by the man, and a fairy grants him the powers to be able to move around like a real person. From here, he desires nothing more than to be a real boy, and there is even a point in the 1940 Disney movie where Pinocchio is manipulated. 10 from Yana. Thank you for the 10. Much appreciated. I see the narrative changing. Maul was right. He said tides are shifting, but Ray Daniels said, nah, it's just his algorithm. I think it's the lack of bots. Also, humans are fickle and flock to what's hot. I think it's a combination of everything you just said, but yeah, obviously the tides are shifting, man. Like Drake has been not just the most popular, but like the most successful, highest streamed artist for a very long time, right? He's hip hop's golden boy, regardless of what you say. And the fact that he hasn't put out a solo studio album in this long, yeah, people are excited for it.
3 years.
Twitter's not real life, but I've noticed a major shift. I've noticed shifts in a lot of the media personalities who hated on Drake. Now they're coming over to this side. And I explained this before. You mentioned the algorithm. That's a fact, because right now it pays to cover Drake in a favorable way.
Talk about it.
It pays to talk about the rollout, and it pays to say kind things about Drake. It wasn't like that 2 years ago. Back then, we were in the hate era for Drake, where every day you got literally hundreds of hate pieces on YouTube or throughout the internet about Drake. That's what paid people. That's not working anymore. So yeah, we're past that era. We're past that weird hater era.
that I believe some people hope would stick around. I think some people thought that it would stay like that forever, but they're totally wrong. Totally wrong, right?
Yo, big salute to What's the Dirt right there, man. Yo, I think we might have a classic on the way. Right? I don't want to hype it too much where we make our expectations too high. But after 3 years of no Drake album, after that epic battle that went down, we got lawsuits, we got friends being lost and friends being found again. I heard there's an inkling that maybe Future might be on this new project. Okay. Yeah, summer anthems too. Yeah, listen, if Future's on this, we probably get an anthem. Right? Just from what I heard. This is just what I heard. Okay. So what do you mean, please no Future? You know what? I don't know how relevant Future is right now, but Future is one of the GOATs. So yeah. Live streaming Thursday on May 15th. Hell yeah. Listen, my plans are I'm going to live stream on Thursday night all the way into the midnight hour into when the Iceman drops. Okay. Still to What's the Dirt, we might do a collabo stream. And then the Friday itself, when Iceman is out, I will be at the Sexy Red show with DJ Natural Wave. I'm 99.5% sure that Drake is going to pop out during that show with Sexy Red and advertise Iceman. Iceman's here. You know what I'm saying? Some type of big moment. All right. So look out for that. And I think we spent enough time on this Iceman shit. I feel like I've been on this for like an hour. So salute to Drizzy Drake. All right. Quick couple of things before we get out of here. And this is not even like a real topic. All right. This is not one of my main topics. But let me ask you guys a question. And this is a personal question, so just bear with me. For the men out here, would any of you guys ever get a vasectomy? Okay, snip the lines so that you can't have no more utes when you're busting off. You're busting off blanks now. Would that be something that you would do? Okay. I know our audience is not like super duper young. There are some young people in the audience, but a lot of people who are in the audience are 35 and up that watch this network. So you probably have a few kids already. You know what I mean? You might have like 2-3 kids. I know niggas who got like 6-7 kids. Right? Would that be an option for you? Doing a little snip. Right, I know gal them be getting their tubes tied and all that type shit, right? But would you get the snippies? Nice guy said I'm getting one. And listen, I'm sorry I'm asking you guys some personal TMI questions and shit like that. And listen, just to address a couple things before I continue here, Colin, I would do an interview with Hell's Angels. I've done a few, or done one so far, so I would be down to do another one, right? Or like bikers, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but besides that, the reason I'm asking you guys this question is because I was watching a video on Reddit about Plaqueboymax, who's only 23 years old, and he got stopped by TMZ in the airport, and he said that he got a vasectomy or vasectomy. I'm calling it a vasectomy, all right? And he's only 23 years old. So I'll play the video for you guys. All right. This is not like super trending news or whatever, just something I found very interesting.
You have you've decided to have a vasectomy at 23. You have obviously a lot of people, up and on like, why you but what was the real like thought process behind that? Like, it's kind of a trailblazer move, dog.
Just not ready for no babies, bro.
Yeah. Well, women, often, in this life, they're forced to kind of do the contraceptive stuff. It's kind of a feminist decision on your choice, dog.
You think?
Yeah, I think it's a great. I think because
why is he grilling him like that, fam? You think?
On your choice, dog.
You think?
Yeah, I think it's a great. I think because I'm 42. I had a procedure last year, It wasn't that hard, and it's been great for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
get
we
to,
love women, bro. You feel me? They protect themselves. We gotta protect ourselves too.
yeah, and now my wife don't gotta worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? So like for
Yo, that is the super feminist answer right there. You know what I mean? Like, say that again, bro. You just caught like 10 aura points from all the galdom, all the feminist gal, the hairy armpit girls. They just went crazy.
and it's been great for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
get
we
to,
love women, bro. You feel me? They protect themselves. We gotta protect ourselves too.
yeah.
Splush.
And now my wife don't gotta worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? So like for you, was that part of the calculation? Like what you think when you thought about it when you were going through? Were you like, yo, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, your woman don't got to worry about it either, you know?
Like, you know, if it comes time for me to take kids, like people don't know, but vasectomies are reversible. There is a chance that it possibly
The current no jumper
like the procedure fails and like you can't reverse it, but there's a high chance you still can reverse it.
100.
You can reverse it, or are they actually reversible? I need to know this for sure, brother. Can you reverse it? Let me ask ChatGPT. You're like going to see my last ChatGPT history. I've been trying to set up for my Gamdon bet. I'm doing my best, gang. Let's do a new chat. Let's get this off the screen. Can you reverse a vasectomy? I don't even know how to spell vasectomy. Okay, so yes, you guys can see that up on the screen right there. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so yes, let's move this. But vasectomies can sometimes be reversed, but it's not guaranteed. The procedure to undo vasectomies is called vasectomy reversal, technically a vasectomy or vasectomy. A surgeon reconnects the tube, vas deferens, that were cut or sealed during the original vasectomy so sperm can again enter the semen. Here's what matters. Success rates vary. If the reversal is done within 10 years, the vasectomy success rates are higher, often 70% to 90% for sperm returning. After a long period, success drops, especially beyond 15 to 20 years. Pregnancy rates are lower than sperm return rates, and depends on factors like pattern fertility. Interesting. Let's go back to Max over here.
It possibly like the procedure fails and like you can't reverse it, but there's a high chance you still can reverse it.
100%.
So
yeah,
I gotta protect myself. I gotta protect the people I'm dealing with.
Yeah,
we are feminists over here.
I like that. It's a very mature choice. I want to give you your flowers. Do you think a trend will start? Because I mean, you're a leader of the new school, man. You know.
It might, man. Everybody just gotta protect themselves.
Wow. So all of the YNs now, you're gonna see maybe if Plaqueboymax is a trendsetter like that, if he's got like a lot of influence in the game, which I think he has a relative amount of influence. I don't know if he's super hot right now where everybody's like, oh, Plaqueboymax got a vasectomy. Me too. You know what I'm saying? But I do hear what he's saying. Protect yourself. Isn't that what they make condoms for, fam? So is he getting it so he don't get chicks pregnant? Like, and then he could just raw dog all the things, bro? Like, you can still get a disease, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not going to spend super long on this. I just found this very interesting that a 23-year-old man is getting a vasectomy. I'm not going to leave it off the table that people have given him a share of allegations of him being a little bit loose in the wrist. You feel me? But you know, salute to Plaqueboymax. You know, keep doing your thing, bro. Okay. I wanted to get to something quickly here. It might not even be that quick. I haven't spoke about No Jumper on this podcast in a few months. Okay. Salute to No Jumper. Salute to Poetik Flakko. That's who I'll salute in this. Okay. Poetik Flakko is somebody who's came from the No Jumper universe. He's somebody that when he first entered the No Jumper universe, they used to clown the shit out of him. All right. They used to clown his stutter. People were like, yo, what's up with your feet? Because he used to be over there with like slippers on and shit, just showing like crazy like toes and stuff like that. They used to make fun of his pants because he used to have these weird tight pants. Like anything they can make fun of, they used to make fun of Flakko. And this is when he used to be in the building. He moved from North Dakota all the way over to California on Adam's dime, from what I remember, right? Because Adam was like, yo, this guy's a good look. Let's bring him over. And he's been a big asset to them behind the scenes. And in front of the scenes, they were like trying to get him out the paint. Now, full circle, 2026, Poetik Flakko is one of the more popular media personalities out here in the scene. Okay, his videos do tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views. And dare I say, he's probably, for his YouTube channel, is probably doing 10 times better than No Jumper. So recently, you're saying Ozempic Flakko. I don't know if it's Ozempic Flakko because he didn't lose that much weight, but salute to Flakko. And Flakko's We Love Hip Hop alumni. I got 2 interviews with Poetik Flakko, so salute to Poetik Flakko. Okay. So he's been having his share of issues with some people over at No Jumper. I'll give you guys a little bit of the lore before I play you the video over here. He has exposed the fact that Draco the Ruler, he exposed Draco the Ruler's killer in a recent video, maybe about 2 weeks ago now. For some reason, it's kind of went under the radar as far as the media. Because in that video, he gave a serious breakdown of why he thinks the people that he was accusing of killing Draco the Ruler are those people. And he was saying that he got his information straight from the police. Okay, you know what? I'll play that video first. And then we'll get to the video of his feelings against No Jumper. Because the video I'm going to play after this, he goes crazy and yellow tapes the fuck out of No Jumper. Okay, let's do this. Draco, the Ruler killer. Let's do that. Okay, I'm sure his video. See, bong. 3 weeks ago, he made this video. LA gang members who killed Draco the Ruler and multiple Crips. It has 423,000 views on it. So almost 500,000 views on it. All right.
The murder of rapper Draco the Ruler has been unsolved until today. Because in this video, I'm revealing the name of the person who killed Draco the Ruler. I'm revealing the face of the person who killed Draco the Ruler. And I'm breaking down in grave details how they were able to kill Draco the Ruler at a packed-out festival.
Chaos at a packed concert featuring rap legends like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. A person was stabbed and police have shut down the show.
Well, a man is reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper Draco the Ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
A couple of days ago, I made a post where I announced I'm about to expose and reveal who killed a really famous LA rapper. A lot of famous LA rappers have died. I never said the name of who I was about to expose. But when that post went up, almost immediately, hit dogs began hollering. One of the hit dogs who's been hollering the loudest, trying to get me not to drop this video, is Inglewood family blood Munchie B, who Draco the Ruler famously dissed in his Inglewood diss.
And for the people who don't know who Munchie B is, he's like a blind blood member who is also a No Jumper host. He's actually so much of a No Jumper host that he's on the Tuesday show, which is their flagship show on the network. Nice Glass asking what happened to the stutter. Flakko doesn't really have the stutter too much when he's at home. You might see it sometimes when he's doing like a live stream, but I think he's been able to really suppress the stutter, and it might be something that has to do with just nervousness, anxiety in public, shit like that. Like suit the Flakko.
When he says, I just dropped 50 on a blind ninja, he ain't see it coming. He was talking about Munchie B. Munchie B thought that targeting me and my parents for something one of my relatives did would sway me from dropping this video. It didn't. Munchie would even make a threat that he wasn't done with me and he was going to be at me every day if I dropped this video.
Frederick, your real name, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, Frederick, Jala.
Frederick.
I'm going to tell you why your name, that last name, on Inglewood family. Any female need to run from the Jala last name. It ain't straight. On any resume, it ain't straight. I swear to God, bro. Flakko. I'm not done right here, bro. I'm on your bumper because you're a horny frog, bro.
On Bloods. Why this nigga so mad? Come on, Blood. I don't understand. Blood, why this nigga so mad? Swoop. Because I'm confused. All right. If you have nothing to do with Draco the Ruler's death, if you or your homies and Inglewood families have nothing to do with Draco the Ruler's death, then why are you going so hard trying to get me not to drop this video? Once that didn't work, another Blood from Inglewood called Frosty the Snowman, who in my opinion was put up to this by Munchie B, called Adam22 and began to threaten Adam22 that if I drop this video exposing Draco the Ruler's killer, that they're gonna treat it as if no jumper dropped it. This is just age-old LA tactics.
This kind of content it's gonna get treated like no jumper's the ones dropping that content.
Definitely.
Which he's right. On one hand, I think
I'm just setting up the lore right now.
Flakko's totally within his right to expose whatever the fuck he wants to say about an ongoing investigation. Because I mean, it's not any different than what happens in the real media world, where the New York Times, if they find out that there's an investigation going on into a alleged crime that Donald Trump committed, they are going to publish an article.
We've been dealing with LA bullies aren't.
Y'all keep on asking what Flakko's wearing. Flakko. Listen, Flakko, he's making fun of gangbangers. Okay? He's making fun of gangbangers and he don't give a fuck about them. He thinks a lot of them are the scum of the earth. He said it on multiple videos that a lot of LA gangbangers, even specifically, are just don't deserve to be around no more. I'm not going to say certain words because of YouTube rules, but he has a huge disdain for gang members and gang culture. Okay, so when he's doing this, it's not because he's trying to be down. He's like, oh, all you blood niggas have a problem with me making this video. I'm going to literally wear red rags and make fun of y'all. Also, he don't live in LA no more. He moved, I think he's in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, or he might have moved back to North Dakota or South Dakota. And he doesn't have to worry about walking outside and seeing Bloods and Crips and essays every day anymore. So he's talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing.
Entire life. The reason why they contacted Adam when them coming at my family and me didn't do anything is because they think, well, Flakko is associated with no jumper. So if Adam, can get scared, then maybe Adam will scare Flakko into not doing it. Or if Adam tells Flakko, hey, man, if you drop it, your job is at risk, bro. Just, again, LA bully.
If you drop it, your job is at risk. Look how many views is under this video right here. 423,000 views in 3 weeks. I don't think Flakko's worried about his job at No Jumper, that he never does any hosting. You never see Flakko over there anymore doing any hosting. He might help them behind the scenes with their social media and stuff like that. But as far as like going down to LA, going down to the No Jumper freaking office and doing content with a bunch of illiterate gangbangers, like it's just not a thing for him. Like I don't think he's got the time. He could make 4 YouTube videos in a day and make quadruple what he was probably making on sitting on the No Jumper couches, dirty ass couches, smelling like freaking meth heads and shit.
Tactics that didn't work, right? Because Adam isn't terrified, isn't scared. Nobody is scared of gangbangers anymore. Blood, that's a fact. All right, gangbangers don't scare nobody.
See, this is the sentiment that I was telling you guys about.
So of course, none of it works. But I'm confused as to why Munchie B is going this hard.
So I'm gonna get to the part where he reveals the murderer of Drake the Ruler. R.I.P.
A rapper named K7 who was fighting next to Draco identified the man who was able to sneak in the knives to give to the assassins. His name is Gloves. He was YG's security guard for years, and he still is.
Cheers. I'm speaking facts, bro. YG in real life, and all the bro. I don't give a bro. I'm so mad, bro. On my mama, bro. YG did some hoe, bro. And if I see cut, I'ma slap the shit with that. On all this puff talking like they hard, bro, but you fighting big ass security. You got those security guards fighting. Come on, bro. That's cool, bro. On my mama, bro. The big ass ball security guard snuck in knives, all type of weird.
The person he's saying snuck the knives in that was used to kill Draco is a man by the name of Big Gloves, as you see right here. He's YG's security guard. Anywhere you see YG, you see him. This was strategically and methodically planned because as soon as Draco walked in at 8:30, and by 8:32, it already sparked off.
Damn.
They were already in place, already had their knives, waiting for Draco to walk in so they could murder Draco.
We got there at 8:30. It was cracking at 8:32. Like
before I continue this, Flakko cracked the case. Okay, keep this in mind. It has 423,000 views on it, so it's not like it went under the rug. Flakko literally cracked the case.
Type shit. Like,
wow.
Yeah, that's the type of shit. Yeah.
I think your mom said it was around 40 to 60 men in masks.
No, it was like 100 or something.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
What do you say to people saying it was a setup? Because they were saying he shouldn't have been on the same bill as some of those other people at all.
I mean, shit. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you know. They're not, I wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying? That if you know, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? We pulled up at 8:30, 8:32. It was cracking like this. Shit like that.
So I'm guessing you saw it happen.
Yeah, I think everything happened in motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right then and there. It wasn't no 70 people packing out Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just happened right there.
Yeah.
I feel like it just happened like all in one motion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever got to Draco, like, to just get Draco. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all in one motion.
Yeah.
The footage of them getting swarmed from 100 Bloods, from Pyrus to Inglewood families to BPS, that's on YouTube. Now, if you look at the still shot from this video, you see Draco is behind his security. Draco is still swinging, but he's behind his security. Now, a lot of people mistakenly believe this is the footage of Draco getting stabbed. It's not. When they walked in, they walked past BPS members, Inglewood family members, a lot of Bloods, they weren't fazed. They began to walk, trying to get to their place, trying to get on stage, trying to perform. Draco homie, Chiefin Heavily, who has a store in LA, he falls behind. And as he falls behind the group, they try to rob him for his chain. Some Blood members try to rob him for his chain. When they try to rob him, he was able to escape. And he runs over to Draco, Ralphie, and the crew and says, yo, they just try to rob me. Some Bloods try to rob me. Draco says, what? Draco's security, Coop, tells Draco, hey, yo, keep pushing. Keep going. Draco said, F that. Who did it? As Draco turned around to try to figure out who tried to rob his homies, they swarmed them. They absolutely swarmed them. Now, they was fighting for about a minute. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. Draco did not get stabbed in that video. They were fighting for about a minute. As they are fighting for about a minute, LAPD begins to walk down, so the crowd begins to disperse. However, there's people still there. Now, LAPD is shouting, the security guard is shouting at LAPD, yo, get them, get them. Multiple dudes then bum rush Draco and his security guard, Coop. Coop then was able to get one dude, but then the other dude was able to go around Coop and stab Draco in his neck and stabbed him. Coop is yelling at LAPD, get him. LAPD then flashed the light, and before they could flash the light, the dude took off. But Who was that dude that stabbed
Let us
Draco in
know.
his neck? Who
Talk
was
about it.
He's a friend of Munchie B called Frankenstone. His legal name is Frank Williams. Now, this particular screenshot right here is
man threw the Govey out there and the nickname. Let's go, Flakko.
Footage from another murder Frank Williams is involved in. We are not going to show the footage or identify the victim of the murder because we personally don't want to include the victim in anything out of respect for him and his family. That footage that I'm not going to show nor identify who the victim was, that footage is of Frankenstone, aka Frank Williams, stabbing another victim in the neck after an altercation at an after party spot. He murdered this victim the same way he murdered Draco. The victim held his hand out to shake Frank Williams' hand. Frank Williams refused to shake his hand and then stalked him all across the building and then ultimately stabbed him. Now, the police believe that he did this to promote or assist the Black P Stones. He's currently out on bail as he's fighting this murder case. Now, when he found out that I was going to do this video about him, that I was going to identify him as the man who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler, he deleted his Instagram, his Facebook. He deleted all traces of himself from online. But it's too late for him to run and hide. The police have identified him because people who were present has identified him as the one who did it. Not only is the police identifying him as a suspect in this, but the streets, him and his homies, have told people that he was the one who stabbed and killed Draco. The streets credit him, Frankenstone, Frank Williams, as the one who stabbed and killed Draco the
man
Ruler.
said he has the name and the nickname Frankenstone, aka Frank Williams, is the man who killed Draco the Ruler.
People who were present behind the scenes have told anyone willing to listen that Frankenstone is who stabbed and killed Draco the Ruler. It's just a fact. Now, the question here is, why would he stab and kill Draco the Ruler? What did he have to gain from it? Well, Frank Williams was really close friends with Red Bull, and he's really close friends with Munchie B. And as
Munchie B, no jumper host. Pay attention.
As Munchie B stated, Draco the Ruler died because he got out of jail and began to diss Red Bull, who was right-hand man and really close with Frank Williams, aka Frankenstone.
What y'all was saying when he was on record disrespecting my homie, rest in peace. He can't talk back, but you disrespecting him. You know what I'm saying?
This is Munchie B again. No jumper host. We gonna get to it.
Red Bull, man.
Long live Red Bull. So, you know, and he passed. I kicked him while he was down, literally. Hey, look, bro. Hey, people invite certain energy, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for nobody over there except for his mama, bro. His mama lost his son because he wanted to entertain a little too much, man.
Munchie B said he kicked Draco while he was down, literally. Munchie B ain't do a goddamn thing to Draco. This is just Munchie B. This is what Munchie B does, okay? Munchie B.
See, this is what I don't understand. And I guess Adam's gonna hire who he hires. He's in LA, whatever. He's got to deal with the choices that is in front of him. But if you got somebody on your podcast who was at the Draco the Ruler murder and says that he kicked Draco the Ruler, why would you have that person as one as your no jumper host? Especially if he's not even that good at freaking podcasting. Like, with all due respect, actually, no, I don't even know these niggas, so fuck with all due respect. A lot of them niggas over there are bad podcasters, bro. They're just garbage, bro. They talk over each other. They have no points. They don't know what the hell is going on at the hip hop scene. They're super high most of the time, and they can barely put together coherent sentences or belligerently drunk. It's just a shit show over there.
Is going out of his way to try to include himself as if he was the one who kicked Draco while he was down. Nobody kicked Draco while he was down. Cut it out, man.
Yes, and they had Ralphie to plug Draco the Ruler's brother as a sometimes host. I seen him on the news show a few times. Like, how you have these same people under the same roof? Friday's not going to LA anytime soon. I'll go to LA, bro. It's not even, I'm not even worried about it because, to be honest, it's not that these gang members can't do nothing to you, but they don't even be that smart, fam. Like, you just got to stay out of the way, to be honest. And I'm not going up into clubs and all that type of shit. I might go to No Jumper. So you know what? I might need to shut the fuck up. Friday, I'm wondering why Act talks to Dolph Killers every day for that reason. Yeah, the game is mosh up, bro. Straight talking to niggas who murk people that you fuck with, or because it's not like I know business is business, but like sometimes these guys be like, yo, Drake the Ruler, he was my favorite, that was my homie, we had so many good times. So then why the fuck you hire like one of his killers?
Draco didn't get stomped out, right? They stabbed Draco and ran and did a 40-yard dash. But this is much to be confirming that the reason why Draco got stabbed and killed is because he disrespected Red Bull, which is, by the way, Frankenstone's right-hand man's and close friend, and which is why Munchie B and Frankenstone are still really close, according to...
Okay, so basically all of that stuff, for him making this video right here, LA gang members who killed Draco the Ruler and multiple Crips, for him making this video right here has stirred up a lot of drama with him and the No Jumper team. Not Adam 22 per se, but like bum ass members of the No Jumper team. They literally sit there on a news show. They start shitting on Flakko. They call him the police. And listen, I'm not saying that Flacco's not doing some federal shit, but the way that these guys kick his back in, like as if he's not part of the staff, like as if he's never going to walk back up in that building again, they're making it so that he doesn't ever want to walk back up in that building again. So he recently made a video, and this video is literally from 2 days ago, where he just went crazy and yellow taped the hell out of No Jumper to the point where I'm like, yo, are you still cool with Adam? And he does mention in this video, okay, spoiler alert, he does mention in this video that he is cool with Adam, but I'm not sure, fam, because the way he talks about them, about that platform in this video right here, I don't think he even gives a shit if he gets fired after this. So let's go.
Situation is horrifying, is a disaster. The current No Jumper situation is horrifying, is a disaster. The current employees are absolutely filth. Say what you want about Adam. Adam has lasted as long because he's clearly great at making content. But Adam is a 40-year-old man. You can't ask him to be on every show on No Jumper and every piece of content that comes out of No Jumper because that's impossible. He's 40. But the peak of No Jumper has been Adam surrounding himself by a solid core of at least 5 that he's able to assign to different shows, and they're able to at least perform when he's not present. But nowadays, Adam has surrounded himself with a group of absolute nincompoops, dummies, stupid weirdos who can't even put together a coherent sentence or give any type of structural analysis on anything. Damn. So what we are left with is a bunch of babbling idiots when Adam isn't here. Damn. There are some employees who aren't completely babbling buffoons, right? They do have something to offer, but it's not 5. Trust me.
Who are you talking about? Because the only 2 people I can think about who's left that can put coherent sentences together, with all due respect, I'm not going to call them wastemans, but do wasteman shit. Okay? Almighty Suspect, the guy who spit on friggin' the guy, that Brandon guy. You guys remember when friggin' that Almighty Suspect guy did the spitting on Brandon? All right? There's a lot of lore in these No Jumper streets. Suspect. Let's do this. Spit. You know, I can't even put just suspects, but I got to put Almighty Suspect because the name is a little bit vague. Almighty Suspect spits on Brandon. All right. This is who Flacco's talking about. Some of the most coherent ones that
He
are
like
left.
to wrestle in his own match.
That's true.
On dots and everything else. I'm still gonna come to No Jumper. I'm gonna walk in and out this. If I want to do something, there's nothing but space and opportunity. I ain't worried about a light skin, no nigga, period. So if that case, he's
You're not even talking into the mic.
always bringing up fighting. You can't get a nigga bringing up fighting, trying to put it on another nigga to do something.
So,
but I just caught you one. I just caught you one. Just like you are.
Guys.
Guys. Guys.
Right, this is the coherent person that they're talking about, and the other coherent person right here, Lush One. Big salute to Lush One. We love hip hop alumni. High as shit right now. High as giraffe pussy. He probably high off of some kind of meth or something like that. And I'm not even trying to diss. Like, he's super public about this shit. Like, he's tweaking right now. So, like, what are we talking about?
I've gone down the roster. I can't find 5 that aren't babbling buffoons. Right? That's just a fact. Now, usually I would ignore these babbling buffoons, but then it came to my awareness that these babbling buffoons was blaming me for why they are terrible at their jobs. I've literally watched episodes of the No Jumper News where Almighty Suspect, who's one of the few good ones at No Jumper, where he literally has to talk to himself for 2 hours because nobody around him has anything to offer. Like, he literally has to give his analysis. He has to offer his own rebuttal because nobody around him is informed, has anything to say, can provide any type of articulate analysis or coherent sentence about anything. And these people are the ones behind the scenes telling Adam that I'm the reason why they suck at their job?
All that, Flakko was not really doing anything for No Jumper besides helping out a little bit with the news topics. Now, the reason...
See that? Barely doing anything for No Jumper except for helping with the news topics. I can say he's been helping with the social media as well, which are different things that help them exponentially. But damn.
Why he was removed from that duty was entirely because I was sitting there on the news and everybody was complaining about how they were getting the topics 10 or 15 minutes before the news would start and how they felt like they didn't have any time to prepare anything. So the only stuff that they were able to cover on the news was stuff that was, you know, that you could watch on the news, AKA like 1 minute or less clips.
First off, I volunteered my expertise.
Before you go, Flakko, let me give you a little bit, even some of the behind the scenes of what goes on with us, right? For example, when I send the topics to my co-host, I share them in a group chat, and sometimes I'll see seen, and sometimes I don't see it seen by my different co-hosts, right? Salute to DJ Czar, salute to DJ Natural Wave, salute to Dusty Wallace, right? However, sometimes they come to the podcast and they'll be like, you know what? I didn't even see the topics in the group chat, right? And they're still prepared. And it's not because, right, that the topics, they had to go do some in-depth research, so I need to send it to them like 24 or 48 hours before. Like, nah, bro, like they're just in the know of what's going on. It's stuff that they probably watched the video of already that I sent in the link as one of the accompanying videos. They probably already seen that shit. And if they didn't, then we're going to watch it on the show. You know what I'm saying? But these guys are already pre-prepared, and I don't have to prepare them days ahead of time. So that's a silly excuse for not being prepared for your show or talking a bunch of nigga babble when they up there.
Because I do daily news topics. I am successful doing daily news topics. I know more about what topic is going to perform than the nincompoops that sit on the stained couch. But
nigga said stained couch.
Don't listen to me. Let's take a look at the profound news topics they needed multiple days to prepare for, okay? Poetik Flakko brother apparently having a mugshot in a freestyle.
Stop. Look at these. This is the Clips channel. This has to be the Clips channel. This is the Clips channel. Because this can't be the main channel. 16, 22, and I'm not here to view shame because I'm not the craziest. I don't get the craziest views. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about a channel that has 5 million subscribers or whatever, or I forgot how many subscribers the Clips channels has.
David could get
what I'm saying is, as far as their views in comparison to his views, okay? If I pull up Flakko's channel right now, right, and his SEO is super strong, and I just pull up his last set of videos, they're murking No Jumper. Watch this. Let's go 2 days behind here. 3 days ago, Boosie is crashing out badly, and it's hard to watch. 81,000 views. DJ Academics just crashed out on everyone. 55,000. Brick Baby is beyond cooked after this major L in court today. 88,000. Okay, like the lowest one is the one about Tariq Nasheed. You feel me? This one here, the one that we're looking at right now, has 84,000 views on it. A Russell Brand video has 50,000 views on it. Like, he's just pissing views, bro. Right? This one where he's talking about Whack attacking somebody, this is only an hour old and it has 8.5 thousand views on it. So he's running laps around No Jumper at this point. The guy who they used to make fun of his pants and his slippers is literally wearing a rollie now. He's driving a Benz. He's shitting on these niggas.
Released today from jail. P. Nice got a new podcast. All right? Boosie and Vlad fell out over $5,000. Oh! These topics are profound. How could y'all not have multiple days to prepare for this? Ice Spice getting jumped at a Los Angeles McDonald's. Oh! How could y'all not?
Oh my God. You know what the problem is? Look, Ice Spice pressed and jumped while in Los Angeles, right? 16,000 views 4 days ago. Watch this. Where's his Ice Spice video? What's your Ice Spice video did, Flakko? Eva LA gang just viciously attacked Ice Spice outside of McDonald's. 89,000 views. So, and how many subs he got? Flakko is at 385,000 or 358,000 subs. So his video about Ice Spice did 89,000 views. No Jumper's video about Ice Spice, 16,000 views. Atrocious.
Be given multiple.
This is the people who put him on. Keep this in mind. Okay, I'm not view shaming No Jumper. I'm comparing the views where it's like the student has become the teacher.
Days to prepare for this. Now, here's the real issue here, Adam. The issue, Adam, isn't that I didn't give these absolute idiots and nincompoops multiple days to prepare. The real issue here is they didn't know how to do their job correctly or well. These people literally had a complaint where they said I didn't alert them a couple days before to listen to the Kanye album. Kanye West, a prominent rapper, is about to drop a really anticipated rap album, one of the biggest debuts of the year, and employees on a hip-hop platform is telling me they didn't listen to the album because I didn't tell them to listen to it a day beforehand. What did you think we were going to discuss on a hip-hop show the day after Kanye West dropped his album?
Because I mean, on the way here, I was listening to the Kanye album, and I'm like, "There's no way that anybody like told everybody on the news, hey, listen to the Kanye album, so we could talk about the Kanye album." But like, if I'm a No Jumper fan, I'm like tuning in if I know that I'm gonna hear a good discussion about the Kanye album, and probably not. If
what? Who? Huh? Say that again, nigga.
Jumper fan, I'm like tuning in if I know that I'm going to hear a good discussion about the Kanye album, and probably not if I feel like I'm not.
Adam, is that what people are tuning into No Jumper for, brother? You are sadly mistaken, my guy. What? No, in my opinion, nobody's pulling up to No Jumper to hear about what you guys think about trending topics in hip-hop culture. Okay? We're looking to see if you guys are going to fight or not. Are the hosts going to get into a fight on this live stream for the news? Are the hosts going to keep on screaming at each other and somebody's going to walk out of the studio? We're literally just watching for that, fam. Okay? Let me show y'all something quickly before I continue this Flakko video. Because this is literally what we're here for No Jumper for. And they give it to us on a silver platter to the point where, like, I know they stage half of this shit because they're like, yo, shit is getting slow right now. Look at this. This is what No Jumper's into right now. Okay? This is what people pull up to No Jumper for. Where is this freaking post? Where is this shit? There's no way. I saw this shit earlier on this guy's page. I'll find it. It's probably on Flakko's page. All right, salute to Poetik Flakko. This is not his page. Hold on. It might be on this No Jumper page and just over here in the reels. Yeah, it's right here. My bad. Watch this. This is what we pull up to No Jumper for.
But I have no issue with no bloods anywhere because I'm not a gang member.
You still a Mexican.
Especially from being from NorCal, you got no problems with nobody.
This shit is a motherfucking game.
Right, come on.
Bitch ass nigga. You think this shit is a game, nigga? I'm not playing.
I'm just trying to have a conversation. You getting mad?
Think this shit is a game, nigga? Raising your voice like
He's trying to do content with you.
that.
Why you gotta make it a violent thing, bro? Come on.
Hey, just like I said,
No, bro, nigga.
911 on speed dog, nigga. Come on.
Nigga, look, I ain't worried about
Come
none of
on,
that.
man.
That's
Sit
fine, bro.
down,
Nigga,
bro.
that's okay. That's where we going.
Whack, come on.
Holy shit out.
He wants to have a conversation with you.
You talking about threatening violence? What is the problem?
Talking about, nigga? Watch out.
This is what we pull up to No Jumper for.
He on some police. Talking about, nigga.
I got no issue with you, man.
Niggas bitch ass up out here.
Some police.
You
can't talk no gangster shit with a nigga that start talking about the police.
Ain't nobody talk never no gangster shit, Creep. I never was on no
bitch ass
shit.
nigga.
I was never on gangster shit.
Dead homies, nigga.
I was never on no gangster
Come on
shit,
outside,
bro.
nigga. Come on outside. You think this shit is a
The No Jumper special.
motherfucking game? Come outside. Come outside, homie. Come outside, nigga.
Want me to do that?
Bring your ass outside.
You got it.
Why move,
Got it,
nigga?
man.
Just moving equipment around and shit. Just a regular day at the office.
Fuck you playing with?
You got
I
it.
told you I don't
You're not doing
tolerate no
this shit.
disrespect.
You got it,
You
Wes.
still
I'm not
think
trying to
this shit?
disrespect you.
He's trying to podcast.
Nigga, I don't play with Mexicans like
I'm not
that.
trying to disrespect you, my G. I'm trying to have a conversation.
I don't want a conversation.
Okay, but I have no issue.
All right. This is what we pull up to No Jumper for, Adam. We're not pulling up for intense hip hop takes and friggin' philosophical conversation.
You're being too soft on these dweebs. You're being too soft. You gotta make them earn the $75.50 they make per show. You gotta make them earn it, bro.
This is where I knew Flakko was ready to burn it down. When he started just mentioning how much they're getting paid per episode, and he's about to get even deeper into the money that these guys get paid per episode, and the different hierarchies of how you get paid for the shit, right? This is where I realized, yo, if Adam sees this and he gets angry at Flakko, like, Flakko, why are you talking about my network like this? Like, it's one thing if Friday Ricky Dread's doing it for freaking a few thousand views, and then he's like, oh, Friday, you said some weird shit about me, so I don't want to be your friend anymore, right? It's one thing if I say that shit, but when somebody who you currently employ, it's not even employed, currently employ, is like, yo, you guys over there are trash. There's only 3 good podcasters out of freaking 10. This means, like, bro, I don't give a shit if you fire me for this video, because this video itself has paid me more than you guys have paid me in a year.
Because how is it that 2 people consistently?
Maybe in a year is exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. He gets paid way more at home than going over there and sitting around smelling armpit and friggin' gangsterism.
Are music lovers. They listen to everything. Suspect and Lush. So Suspect and Lush, who are just music lovers, who just listen to music on their spare time, they listen to everything. They show up with their analysis, their informed takes on music, and the albums already listened to. So they show up listening to these albums, and then everybody else is like, I didn't know I needed to listen to one of the biggest albums in rap on a rap platform because Flakko didn't tell me I need to listen to it. And I'm sitting there like, huh? How? First off, forget Flakko. How was that fair to Suspect and Lush? Now, I'm not even discussing, because again, I don't even know who was present or who told Adam this. I'm just saying, how is that fair to the people who are on the platform who actually listen to music? Because y'all are unwilling to actually employ people who listen to music, employ people who are hip hop lovers. I'm sorry, bruh. All right, if you need the topics the night before to have an informed opinion on Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, then you shouldn't be on a hip hop platform, bro. I'm sorry, right? I'm having the same expectation I have on everybody that I have for myself. I'm expecting people who are on a hip hop platform who's
I feel like I should be playing the ether beat in the background.
paid to speak on hip hop topics, to be doing research on hip hop topics throughout the week. You should know, right, what happened with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, right? Without
Yo, facts, old John Crow. Crip Mac is a bucket, fam. I seen somebody say Looney, salute to you, Looney. I fuck with you heavy, bro. But he said Crip Mac is the only surdy one. I don't know about how surdy he is. There's a whole video on a channel called Swap Stories that destroys this guy's whole gangster credibility and stuff. He loses all the fades that he gets into. And yeah, Crip Mac is just not, he's not a guy. You know what I'm saying? And then the other guy, Looney said, not surdy. He's not surdy. But yeah, and that was a Swamp Story classic. He killed Crip Mac in that video. If I'm Crip Mac, I want to find that guy, bro. But he exposed the hell out of him. And like, to be honest, like 5-5 Crip, like him sitting there acting like a freaking idiot for freaking half an hour or 45 minutes is not compelling content to me. Like when he first came home from jail, I wasn't running to No Jumper to hear him go 5-5 Crip, 5-5-5, right? Like 55th, like nah, it's not doing it for me, right? And then the other guy that they had, the guy who blew his fingers off, 4 Extras, another shit show. Like they're good for the moment, but they're not long-term hosts. I don't want to sit there and watch Adam 22 sit across from 4 Extras, even if he stayed after he blew his fingers off. I still don't want to sit there and watch him 5 months from now doing interviews with that guy. Right? You forgot about 4 Extras, right? Listen, fam, Flakko has exposed something that we already knew. That place is just a graveyard right now, fam. 607 Unk. Oh my God, the voodoo guy who said that he put the spell on freaking 4 Extras so that his fingers could get blown off in the first place. Just a bunch of degenerate losers over there. Holy.
You knowing if you're going to talk about it or not on the news, you should just know, you know why? Because you're on a hip-hop platform and it's your job to be informed. You should know what's going on. You should know what's going on with All-Star JR and J Prince Jr. and NBA Ben 10. You should know what's going on with David. But these people show up time after time after time, immensely uninformed.
Immensely.
And it's not Poetik Flakko fault. Trust me. It's not my fault, all right, that the blind dweeb didn't know that David knew Celeste was 13 years old when he was messing with her. It's not my fault. This blind dweeb showed up, spread misinformation for an hour or two, and then went home and still got paid.
She lied about her.
Full circle, back to this dude over here, Munchie B.
Hey,
and stuff.
Look, a lot of this is fluff. The corpse shit go get through out, and the Lou thing with the kid go get through out because they found fake IDs of her, and people that was around David. They all said like, damn, we thought she lied and said she went to USC.
Nah, but public perception is not going to be that way because if you're in an intimate relationship with someone after a while, you're probably going to know.
This is Skinny House Phone right here. I think his name is, I forget his name, right? I think his name is Rick, right? This is Skinny House Phone.
Oh, got a video that's on the internet where she was like cursing out her neighbors and shit. She carried herself older.
Things like that is inexcusable. It's not Poetik Flakko's fault that these dudes are uninformed and doesn't know what they're talking about, okay? I didn't do the topics for that news, so what's the excuse now? David and Celeste has been in the news headline for about 6 months, right? There's been Discord messages that have leaked. There's messages of Celeste's brother, right? There's David going around paying people to keep quiet about him and Celeste. So every fact of this case is pointed towards David knew Celeste's age. Nobody has came out and says that David had no idea how old Celeste was, but your employee come on the platform and say that, you know, David engaging in lewd acts with a 13-year-old is going to get thrown out because the 13-year-old lied to David about her age when that's just not true. They met in the Discord where David is acknowledging she's 13. But for real, Adam got to start cracking down on some of these bums, bro. They're just showing up to collect the $125 that Adam is giving to the employees. Like the No Jumper max contract is $125 per show. That's
hold on. Before Flakko continues, he continues to shit. He puts a shit storm on these guys, okay? Because now he's gonna get into their max contracts and shit like that. Weston NV, hit me up behind the scenes. We'll talk about a collab behind the scenes. DM me on my Instagram, Friday Ricky Dread. Okay, but what was you saying over here? Yeah, spouse phone is a mod thing. So this is the new iteration of how No Jumper looks. All right, when they're doing their Tuesday show, just mad people sitting at the table. They're trying to take something from the Joe Budden model. Okay, Joe Budden got like 7 mics running. Maybe I can do the same thing and get away with that. Nah, Adam, nah, bro. Cut it down to maybe 4 mics because y'all niggas just sound retarded when you guys get together like that many people.
Bro, they're just showing up to collect the $125 that Adam is giving to the employees. Like the No Jumper max contract is $125 per show. That's the max that anybody over there is getting. Everybody else is receiving less. But some people got other things going on outside of No Jumper that they don't need the max contract. They got other things going on. But the bums who show up,
damn,
right? They start politicking, doing snake stuff. Oh, they need that $125 per show. And it's okay if you need it, but you just got to show up and do your job. You showing up like, dudes are showing up drunk, high, like they talking over each other. There's no cohesion. It's an absolute train wreck. And it's not.
I said this earlier in the segment, okay? Poetik Flakko saying it hits different, fam. Bro, like, you still over there, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Like they talking over each other. There's no cohesion. It's an absolute train wreck. And it's not Poetik Flakko fault. It's a train wreck, bro.
No, I found love, but if you want this dick, you want this dick, period.
You can give it to her in a loving way. You can give it to her in a loving way.
Listen to some Tyrese.
No, we gotta keep it.
Oh, man. Listen to this inaudible podcasting. Imagine, okay? Salute to the We Love Hip Hop podcast, man. Salute to me, man. Fuck. Oh. Imagine I put out an episode on Monday or on Thursday morning. Niggas is listening to this shit on Spotify. And all I hear is, yo, no, what are you saying, though, nigga? Like, just inaudible noise, everybody just talking over each other. Like, you'd be like, yo, let's turn this thing off, Rich. And like, yo, Friday, what are you doing over there, bro? What, Guan? Like, niggas would check me in the comments. Niggas would hit me in the DMs like, yo, your pod's trash. I can't even hear. I can't even make out what the man them are saying over there. It's like, right? When I hear niggas get too crazy on the pod, when there's 4 of us on the pod, Fantastic Four, and it gets a little bit too wild, right, Carol? You hear me? One mic, yo, chill, one at a time. Cause like it makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up as a podcast producer. That there's like 3 people or 2 people talking at the same time. You know what I mean? No Jumper, they don't even care. They talk at the same time. Niggas is having side conversations on mic. It's just a shit show. It's this nasty.
Real, bro. If you want this dark, you
listen.
They're showing up drunk, high, like they talking over each other. There's no cohesion. It's an absolute train wreck. And it's not Poetik Flakko fault. It's a train wreck, bro.
No, I found love, but if you want this dick, you want this dick, period.
You can give it to her in a loving way. You can give it to her in a loving way.
Listen to some Tyrese.
No, we gotta keep it real, bro. If you want this dirt, you want this.
Why you slamming the head, bro?
You want this dirt? Be serious about this.
You want this dirt? You want this dirt?
Get this dirt.
No, gangsters, bro. This dick is good, bro. If you pass up on it, that's your problem. Whatever.
Fam, what sober-minded fan of hip hop is tapping into that shit show to find out what's going on in the culture? Nobody, bruh.
That was a hunger yawn. That was a hunger yawn.
Content, they're making content for homeless drug addicts who take baths at the bus stop.
They're making content for homeless drug addicts who take baths at the bus stop. Is mud.
The clear and obvious problem here that's been ignored, these people are circus freaks. These are not serious media personalities. These are not people we're trying to hear give opinions by anything. No, these are circus freaks that we show up and we much rather watch from behind the glass. Nobody who's of value, nobody who's something serious, nobody who has any type of self-respect is tapping in to listen to this.
Whoa. Nobody who has self-respect is listening to this, bro. This is the place who still employs him. Literally part-time. This is like quarter time. I ain't even gonna call it part-time. This is like quarter time. Like the money that he makes from friggin' No Jumper is probably something that he just puts in his account for savings. He never touches it. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't even realize that he got paid from these niggas. Like, oh shit, I got paid this week. Cool. Nice. Put it in there. Put it in the bank. Right? Because the way he's talking about them, bro, like he doesn't even care about dissing their audience or them losing viewership through his video that has almost 100,000 views on it. He's like, anybody with self-respect wouldn't watch that freaking show or that podcast. Bro, like Adam writes checks for you still.
Well, and we much rather watch from behind the glass. Nobody who's of value, nobody who's something serious, nobody who has any type of self-respect is tapping in to listen to this.
And if you don't it, then get the phone.
You don't have to tell me twice, bro. I told Adam, listen, Adam, I'm no jumper. You know, man, right? I'm no jumper till I die. You my.
Are you sure?
Homie, Adam, right? We built this together. But if you think I'm about to sit at a table with those circus freaks, you're out of your mind, bro. When I want a podcast, we can podcast together, Adam. We could build something. We could start a show. We could do something together. But I'm not sitting. And I don't recommend anybody.
There was a point in time when Flakko was on a podcast with not Lush. He was on a podcast with Almighty Suspect and Gina Views, right? This is when Gina Views was still over there. And on that podcast, they gave him so much shit, right? And they bit his back in, they kicked his back in, they did so much behind the scenes backbiting. That's what I want to say. They did so much backbiting on this nigga that they literally worked behind the scenes to get him off of their podcast, and then the podcast ended up just being Gina Views and freaking Almighty Suspect, and it ended up being trash. Okay, so I don't even think that Flakko needs to do anything over there, right? Him even suggesting, yo, Adam, if you want me to come over there, then it's only on these conditions. Don't even worry about it, because them niggas didn't want you in the building when you were there, and now you super up, all right? Again, I'll say, now you're running laps around these niggas. Don't even offer your services to these niggas, bro. Keep it moving. Fuck these niggas.
With aspirations in media to sit at a table with those circus freaks, bro. Because imagine how that reflects on you. You want to have a serious media career. You think
Listen, he's giving an advice now to other content creators. He's telling other content creators, don't go sit with them, okay? So if you go to LA anytime soon, listen to Poetik Flakko. This is what he has to say about visiting No Jumper. This is what, I ain't even worried about it, fam. If I go to LA, No Jumper is probably not even the move, because listen to what he's got to say.
We could start a show. We could do something together. But I'm not sitting. And I don't recommend anybody with aspirations in media to sit at a table with those circus freaks, bro. Because imagine how that reflects on you. You want to have a serious media career. You think we're looking at you, taking you seriously, and you're at a table with those circus freaks, those weirdos, those imbeciles? Absolutely not. I feel so bad for Dope Boy.
If you are trying to have a media career, you are doing yourself a disservice, he's telling us, by sitting down at the No Jumper tables it's gonna make your resume look bad. Like if I used to work at No Jumper, like damn, okay, you can't have the job.
Because Doughboy is the most famous, accomplished person that's ever been a No Jumper host. And he is tasked with having to sit down with a freaky blind alcoholic. I could podcast with a blind man. I could podcast with a freaked out dude. I could podcast with an alcoholic. I can't podcast with no freaky blind alcoholic, bro.
Damn.
Now, this podcast was an absolute disaster. So the freaky blind alcoholic, he gets up, pulls his pants down on purpose after unsuccessfully hitting on the women the entire show. He pulls his pants down after telling them he got some good zig and then walks out so they can see his penis. This dude is an absolute yo, you belong on a registry, bro.
This is a great idea.
That's a great segment.
This is, you gotta choose up. And we're gonna call this segment Choose Up.
I don't want to choose or lose.
Okay, she don't want to do it. She don't
And
want
Flakko ain't going to No Jumper anytime soon. The way he's talking about these niggas, if he does go to No Jumper, he's going with his gun. Okay, and I'm not even snitching. Flakko has talked about having firearms multiple times on his channel. Okay, he's a licensed firearm owner. If niggas try to run up on him, he's in a state where he can use self-defense when he freaking shoots you in the chest. All right, so salute to Flakko, man.
Do it. Do you want to do it?
Y'all have to do something like cook for me.
No, wait, that's not on her. Do you want to do it? I'm good. What's your name again, Deidre?
I got that good girl.
For real. Deidre, do you want to do it?
Put your pants up. I'm not going to put a sweat on her. Put your pants up. No, it's
Put your
you
pants up.
losing. You doing that too much.
What did you just do? What happened?
If not the balloon, I would have said.
You would have popped it on him?
Because he did this with his dick.
Oh, Munchie.
I said,
yeah, you thought I wanted to be like, come on,
Saggy
like.
Versace girl. I'm going to go home.
Are you out of here?
He said I want to go home.
So we can just
wow.
Yeah,
put your pants up. As soon as I was greeting, you was greeting me with the dick, like, you know, like.
This is a podcast episode. Like people, like there are audience members of this, but like who? I want to see what the profile is, like the Facebook page or the Instagram pages, or like literally their LinkedIn of who the audience members are who are watching this shit. Or let me know in the chat, okay? One in the chat if you guys still watch No Jumper at least once a week, okay? Let's do that. Once a week, are you watching No Jumper? Or two in the chat if you haven't watched that channel in months, maybe even a year. Right? Again, one in the chat if once a week, at least once a week, you watch maybe one video, 2 videos of No Jumper. Once a week you tap in. Or 2 if you've tuned out. You haven't watched that channel in a minute. The only time you actually get to hear about it now is like when I do a impromptu or rare reaction to No Jumper on this channel. Right? I'm seeing Bear Twos pop up in the chat. Right? Listen, don't get it twisted. They still do their thing. There's still a channel that has like 4 million subs. Adam is doing his thing with the plug talk shit and all that. But this right here, he's checked out. He's not even sitting at this table. He couldn't sit at this table and listen to this inaudible bullshit. He would get extremely upset of how bad this podcasting is right over here.
I'm saying, bro, but before I call my to get out there and go home, I just put up the curb and we can just get certified, boom, whatever.
What?
My thoughts exactly, man. What the F is going on over there, bro? That's what we're doing now, man?
Wow.
That's the content? Now, when the freaky blind alcoholic Riz ain't work, this man damn near wanted to take it from him, man.
What is the girl? What's that?
All right, Munchie. All right, Munchie B.
He needs some water.
All right, Munchie. He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. Water.
All right, Munchie.
You need some water, milk, Uber.
All right, Munchie.
And poor Lush. Salute to Lush, right? I fuck with Lush because Lush is he's a really knowledgeable guy. He's very popular in the battle rap scene, but from when I had the interview with Lush, he was still sober. And now, oh man, let me pull that up. He was still sober when I interviewed Lush. He was talking about sobriety. Let me pull this up here. Lush. Salute the Lush one. Squeeze my glizzy said Lush is a bucket. Like, now he is. Look, Lush One Needs the Intervention is the last video I made on him. Okay? Where's my interview with Lush? Where the fuck is my interview with Lush? Oh, there we go. I have it timestamped. How did you feel? And I'm just gonna put like being on bars with Drake, Lush Organic. Hold on, let me go to timestamps. Because he did talk about addiction. The abduction, best word, advice for young self. Don't step on my guy, don't step on the keyboard. They can step right on the keyboard. Getting sober. I think life made me get sober, right? And
that's right. Hey, great decision, brother.
Yeah. And you started getting into really taking your sobriety seriously February 3rd of 2020.
That's exactly right. The day that changed my life. Well, technically,
February 3rd, 2020. We're in 2026. This nigga's high as shit.
February 2nd is when I went into treatment. But I got fucked up that day. I went into treatment as we always do. So my sobriety date is February 3rd. Although it's no longer February 3rd because I now smoke weed and I've gone back to drinking. Trying to moderate it to the best of my ability. It's hard when
Try to moderate it to the best of his ability.
You're an addict, you know, so I'm dealing with that struggle as far as addiction goes. But, you know, I feel like if I could keep it to just weed, I'll be straight. Cool. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking no motherfucking ganja. God put it there for us. Motherfuckers be off all kinds of prescription pills and claim sobriety. If I want to smoke some other weed, it's going to make me...
If he just sticks to weed, can we see what Lush looks like now? Even look at it. Look at his face. Look how much weight he has on his face here. Pause. Compared to this right now, look at this. This is what Lush looks like now. He looks like he should be on Skid Row. Oh my God, these niggas is down bad.
Whatever. Thank you, man. Shout out to Munchie. Clap it up for Munchie B.
That's when it got.
All right, Munchie B.
Who?
Let's get Munchie B to the call.
Yeah,
Thank you, Munchie. Munchie did 13 hours straight.
Munchie, pull your
whoa.
pants up.
Munchie, your pants.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Y'all got his whole.
See, Shorty felt the same way. Oh my God.
Munchie.
Adam, you gotta fire those circus animals, man. I don't know what's going on over there, bro. It's all bad, man. Y'all let me know in the...
Yeah. So just an observation, like, it's one thing me saying, and I'll say this again and I'll end this segment here. It's one thing me saying, yo, no jumpers down bad, blah, blah, blah. You know, my observation is totally from the outside. I don't know the inner workings of what goes on over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally just watching the host every once in a while on Instagram saying, yo, what the fuck is going on over there? But when you got somebody like Poetik Flakko, who's literally been there, I don't know, the last 5 years or something like that, and now he's crashing out on them, it's donezo. It's donezo. Stick a fork in them. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Poetik Flakko. Keep doing your thing. All right. That's my brother right there. Right. We always gonna tap in with each other. Right. But I don't know, bro. Your days at No Jumper might be done. Let me see what else I got on my list here. Oh, let me put y'all onto something real quick. Okay. There's a serious new scam going on right now. All right. New scam alert. New scam alert. Right now, there's a scam where there's an SMS blaster. You guys know what an SMS is? That's literally text messages. You know, when somebody's sending text messages through freaking Androids and shit like that, they go through SMS, right? So there's an SMS blaster that crooks are using to send mass text messages to people. And with this blaster now, they're getting a lot of bread. So I'm going to play the video here, courtesy of CP24. Let's get into it.
Police headquarters happening now at police headquarters. Police are announcing the results of a cybercrime investigation dubbed Project Lighthouse. Let's listen in.
Thank you. Good morning. Today, we're speaking about an investigation that is a first in Canada and one that highlights how quickly the landscape of crime is evolving. This investigation, dubbed Project Lighthouse, involves the use of a mobile SMS blaster, a sophisticated device designed to mimic a cellular tower, intercept connections, and send fraudulent text messages directly to people's phones. It's a technology that until now had not been detected operating anywhere in this country. What makes this particularly concerning is the scale and impact. This wasn't targeting a single individual or a business. It had the ability to reach thousands of devices at once.
Damn.
And beyond the financial risk, there are real public safety implications. For instance, when devices are diverted from legitimate networks, even briefly, it interferes with a person's ability to connect to emergency services like 911. This is a clear example of how cyber-enabled crime is becoming more advanced, more mobile, and more difficult to detect, and why policing must continue to evolve alongside it. I want to recognize that the outstanding work of our members, particularly the Coordinated Cybercrime Center, or C3, within our intelligence unit. Their expertise, persistence, and collaboration were critical in identifying and disrupting this activity. I also want to thank our policing partners, including the RCMP's National Cybercrime
Oh my God. Listen, for the people who watch these live streams, you know how it goes. They do the press conference, they break down what the crime is and the fact and what they busted today, and then they do a bunch of glazing for about a minute and change. So they're going to big up this person, big up that department, big up this department. Like, all right, bro, get off each other's dicks.
York Regional Police, Hamilton Regional Police Service, and private sector partners who supported this investigation from the beginning. This kind of work does not happen in isolation.
Told you, like, he spent a minute just, yo, I want to big up this person, my dad, my mom, my cousin John, like, yo, everybody out there who helped me freaking get into the police force. Like, nigga, shut up.
Finally, I want to remind the public that while this technology is new in Canada, the goal of the crime is not, and that's to gain access to your personal and financial information. Staying cautious and informed remains one of the most effective ways to protect yourself. I'll now turn it over to Detective Sergeant Rydell, who will walk you through the investigation in more detail.
Thank you, Deputy. As mentioned, this investigation began in November 2025 when a cybersecurity partner alerted law enforcement to a suspected SMS blaster operating in downtown Toronto.
DT.
The image you see here is an example of an SMS blaster from an investigation in the UK.
Look at this shit.
The ones we seized in Toronto were uniquely built and we're not sharing those publicly for safety reasons. Through the course of the investigation, we determined the device was mobile and being run out of a vehicle, which allowed it to move throughout the Greater Toronto area and be used in multiple locations.
Sick.
An SMS blaster works by...
Listen, and I'm not trying to freaking big up anybody doing this. I'm not condoning of any crimes, right? But that's kind of sick. Keep that shit in the back of the car, drive around town, and then you'll be able to just catch the area codes or from different places, bro. You're sick when you do that.
Mimicking a legitimate cellular tower.
Rewind.
Area and be used in multiple locations. An SMS blaster works by mimicking a legitimate cellular tower. When people's phones connect to it, they receive fraudulent text messages that appear to come from trusted organizations, often directing them to click a link. Those links lead to fake websites designed to steal personal information, including banking credentials and passwords. This is commonly known as smishing.
Smishing. Ooh, I found a new term, smishing.
We believe tens of thousands of devices connected to the blaster over several months. We also identified more than 13 million network disruptions where devices were unable to properly connect to legitimate cell towers. That's significant because during those moments, access to services like 911 could be impacted. On March 31st, 2026, investigators executed criminal code search warrants at residents in Markham and Hamilton. 2 men were arrested and we seized a large quantity of electronic evidence, including several SMS blasters.
Several.
On April 21st, 2026, a third man turned himself into police. In total, 3 men have been charged with 44 offenses, including fraud and mischief-related charges. This investigation involved close coordination.
Man, they're gonna touch road just now.
With our partners, including the RCMP's National Cybercrime Coordination Center and Federal Policing Central Region, York Regional Police, Hamilton Police Service, as well as financial institutions and telecommunications providers. Their support was critical in helping us identify and disrupt this activity. I also want to take a moment to remind the public of a few key steps you can take to protect yourself.
Listen to her.
If you receive a text message you weren't expecting, do not click on any links. Be cautious of messages claiming.
Actually, I'm gonna listen to her because I'm the demographic now of the people who fall for this bullshit.
To be from legitimate organizations requesting payment. Only access your banking through official apps or by typing the website directly into your browser. And never share your personal or login information through unsolicited messages. If you believe you've been a victim of fraud, we encourage you to report it to the police.
I'm gonna do that.
Thank you, and I'll now take any questions.
Let me ask you guys a question, right? If somebody did a fraud on you, all right, committed fraud on you, would you rat on them? There's one thing when like niggas might rob you or some shit like that, and you're in the streets, but like, and I'm talking to street niggas too. I'm not just talking to just like the civilians out there. But if you got caught up in a fraud situation where, I don't know, they took $10,000 out of your bank account, street niggas too, right? Not somebody running up and kicking your door off and all that type of tough guy shit. I'm talking about you got scammed by some guys in Pakistan and they took $10,000 out of your bank account, but you were able through one of your homies who are good with the computers and shit to find out exactly who stole your money. You can't go to Pakistan and go get your money back from these niggas. Your only recourse is to call the authorities and say that somebody fraudulently took this money out of my account. Mind you, even if the money that's in your bank account came through illegal means, it didn't get taken away from another nigga on the street. It got taken away by you clicking the wrong link on your phone. All right? Are you holding that? Are you hugging that as a street nigga? Or as a civilian? Civilians can let me know also. All right? 1 in the chat if you're like, you know what? I'm calling the police on these niggas. Or 2 in the chat if you just gotta hug that, bro. I'm gonna hug that. They got me. Charge it to the game. Right? It's not the same shit, right? It's not like, yo, I'm gonna get these niggas. Oh, they robbed me. I'm gonna get these niggas. Nah, bro. You answered the phones to the duct cleaning guys, or you did the wrong text. You know what I mean? You clicked the wrong link in the text. Ranjit cleared your account, bro. Yo, fam, I went OT for the last 2 weeks to get that money, bro. What do you do? What are we dealing with? Right? 1 in the chat if I'm calling the police. All right? Street niggas included. You're a road man, you know what I'm saying? I hug these corners, bro. I be driving all night trying to get this money. And Ranjit took all of it in one swipe? Nigga. Get your girl to call. But somebody's got to call. You know what I'm saying? If you tell Twitter, Easy Effect, that as a street nigga, technically that might be snitching, but you might be able to get away with it because these street niggas love to push the goalpost all over the place. Like, oh, nah, him getting on Twitter, we all snitch on each other all the time or snitch on ourselves all the time. That ain't snitching, right? So you could get away with it if you go on Twitter and say, yo, these niggas robbed me. Yo, niggas in India robbed my account. Right? Peace Loves puts a 1 in the chat, right? I gotta listen. I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm snitching. I'm fucking. Listen, Reddit, you could clip that. I don't give a shit. I'm snitching, right? I don't care even if I'm in the streets. Fuck it, I'm snitching, right? This is not a nigga who kicked my door off, and I can just go get it back in blood type shit, right? Even though you all know I'm a mesquite, I wouldn't even do it. You already heard that story. I already told that story, right? But at least, if I'm not going to go get it back in blood, I'm just going to have to hug it if I'm a street nigga, if a guy puts a gun in my face and takes my money. But if I just click the wrong link and now all my money that I freaking hustled all freaking week for is gone, I might have to freaking get somebody to call the police for me. Even if I don't do it myself, just because of the discomfort of still having like the smell of crack on you from freaking cooking up in the kitchen, to now you on the phone calling 911. Like, I know it's a wild transition. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, the work is cooling off in the kitchen right now. Right? You got the shit there on the freaking on the plates right now. Right? Just if you know, you know. But the work is cooling off right now, and I'm on the phone like, nigga, they took my money. They took all of my money. Right? What do you do for a living, sir? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I clicked the wrong link, officer. How could I get my money back? That's me. Let me know. What are you doing? Are you clicking? Are you calling the police? If you get frauded by somebody in like Pakistan somewhere, or are you just hugging that? Charge it to the game. Right? I might call 411 and press 0. Listen, man. Someone please call 911. Trust me, bro. It feels liberating when you're like, now you could just say, you know what? I don't care, man. Like, don't violate me, man. I'm going to call 911, bro. Right? Apart from this whole fraud thing, just for me personally, it's liberating, fam. Like, niggas, like, yo, if I can go outside. If you, I'm a tax-paying citizen. I've been paying taxes for probably like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk to the boy that, well, listen, when you niggas put a hand on me, you go to jail. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with you niggas. I'm not trying to get you niggas back. Oh, what? Oh, niggas jumped me. Let me find you. No. It was them. Let it out. All you niggas snitch behind closed doors, okay? I'm a podcaster now. I don't got to sell one fucking record. I don't got nothing to worry about. The only reason half of you niggas don't snitch is because or are so worried about getting caught snitching. Let me rephrase that about don't snitch. The only reason half of you niggas are so worried about the snitching that you do is because it's going to fucking mess up your rap career. Your public figures. Niggas can't find out that you snitched. You know what I'm saying? Now, if niggas, oh, we got the paperwork party. Record sales go, right? Streams all the way down. I'm a podcaster. Niggas call me federal all the time. So if a nigga, I come back to the podcast with a black eye and all that shit, there's probably a police report out there. Holy. Sorry. Don't touch me. I'm not with this friggin' street boogity boo shit, nigga. I'm a reporter. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Mane could snitch and make a whole song about it, and niggas just trying to push the goalpost for him. Oh, well, it's because he's a businessman, and it's not because he's not in the streets like that anymore. So then me too. I don't sell drugs. I sell podcasts. The fuck are we talking about? Niggas, don't touch me, all right? You all can clip this. Reddit, you can clip this. Don't touch me. Man, them are going to jail. Anyhow. That was a super sidetrack. Anywho, I got one more for us and then we out when I'm off of this, okay? Tomorrow's my day off, so
a Toronto jail.
We'll end it with a bang. That's not how you spell my name, sir. All right. Federal Rick in the building, man. I think from when I freaking put on the police uniform that time, right? When I had the picture with the police uniform, I was like, I feel free. I feel free. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I ain't gonna be able to find. I did. I think it was this. It was after this time. All right. Salute to Constable Dunkley. All right. Look at the smile I have on my face. Right after this, I was like, niggas, I'm gonna tell. Fuck this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't even touch me, nigga. I will tell on you niggas. Not just for no reason. Not no dry snitching. Right? I ain't telling on a nigga selling drugs. I'm not on some belly, oh, don't like that shit over there. But like if you put hands on me, you come run up in my crib, try slap up me, my tin, like my gal, like yo, like you're tripping, fam. You're going to jail. All right? Look, I'm pointing. You, nigga. That's me in court. You know what I'm saying? I ain't losing not one stream. The streamer, any of you streamers trying to be, or freaking podcasters trying to be tough guys out there, unless you guys are still in the street, don't even worry about it, bro. Just go tell. You'll be fine. Okay. Last thing I got here. It's all jokes. Okay? It's all jokes. All right? Me and Mayhem chilling out. Anarchy. Anyhow. I got one more story in me, and then we're touching the road. All right. Big salute to Lonzo, right? Member. All right. Big up to the members, fam. Niggas ain't where I just told her. Went through a whole snitch rant. April Fools. Nah, April Fool. Nah, man, I'm serious. Don't touch me. Right? Niggas still got a membership right after that. It's like, I'm going to tell. Listen, I'm going to be a member. Right? If that was a rapper and you say that shit, yo, I'm going to tell. Niggas clicking right off. As soon as you see that shit on Instagram, yo, your favorite rapper told, you're driving around listening to that nigga, you're like, turn that shit off. Yo, turn it off. All right? I'm the nigga from, I used to be on the range in the Don jail, and they put on T.I., live your life. Oh, niggas would be like, as soon as that song come out on BT, yo, turn that off, Bridget. Yo, turn that off. Yo, we don't run no rats on the range, Bridget. I was like, damn. Can't play no T.I. on the range? I like that song. But niggas stand on business. Can't even play that shit if you're a rapper, bro. Niggas think that you tell and you're a rapper? Bro, that's crazy. That's blasphemy. Academics. One of the most popular, if not the most popular person in hip-hop media. #1 on the Complex list one year. okay? One of the richest people in hip-hop media, okay? This nigga has told us on stream multiple times how he will tell on niggas, bro, how he will snitch on niggas. He'll also say he'll defend himself. He got a bag of guns, but he's also calling the police. Niggas is like, yo, promote my album, ack. Yo, ack. Niggas is all freaking dick riding from Toronto. All the most gangsterous niggas is trying to get on the stream and ack. Yo, ack. Yo, ack. Ack will snitch on you if you guys try to break into his house. Now what? Niggas is still like, we don't care. Yo, ack. How can I get down? Ack's a snitch. Flakko's a snitch. Niggas don't care about niggas when we do podcast. They only care about you niggas who snitch when you rap. Sorry. Stop being rappers. Then you can finally be free. Okay. Let me get to my last story. The Toronto South is going down. It's shaking over there. And another guard has been busted. This is apart from the Project South thing. Okay? Rat 100 is like the only one who's trying to stand on business, and he's a big old rat. But anyhow, this is apart from the Project South thing. Okay? A guard got caught with a bunch of drugs, bunch of guns. I feel like this is something that it's not like out of the ordinary, but these days and times with Project South going on too, it's not a good look. So I'm gonna play a news report over here, courtesy of CP24. Let's get into it.
A Toronto jail guard will be behind bars after pleading guilty to smuggling thousands of dollars of drugs and weapons into the Toronto South Detention Centre.
As CTV's John Woodward reports, it's part of a huge influx of potentially deadly contraband within the prison system.
It was this pink sock officers discovered in a search of an inmate at Toronto South Detention Centre that started it all, filled with marijuana, tobacco, and a lighter. Then another
I put it in the pink sock.
Sock fell from the boxers of his cellmate. It had hash, MDMA, and a mini cell phone. And suspicion fell to a jail guard, Yathu Sathyanathan. A search of his car revealed another package bound for the institution, including oxycodone, more cell phones, and even 3 ceramic blades, not metal, the judge.
This guy's bringing in blades, ceramic blades, so we can get through the metal detectors. Let's go.
Found to evade detection, as well as $15,000 in cash, something the guard admitted was payment for bringing the items inside.
Wow.
Something he'd done at least 3 times before. Motivated by greed, the judge said, ruling this offender directly contributed to a dangerous environment for everyone inside the institution. Mr. Sathyanathan had unique access at the TSDC. He was entrusted with keeping the facility safe and secure for inmates and staff. He did precisely the opposite. In court,
translation, we trusted you.
Sathyanathan was remorseful. He called his conduct morally wrong and impulsive and stupid. He lost his job, and his 26-month sentence will mean he'll miss the birth of his first child. Not the first guard to succumb to getting paid a premium.
26 months, so you got 2 years and 2 months. That's not so bad for freaking bringing in mad work into jail, fam. 2 years and 2 months, so he's going to the pen. Okay. He'll be out in like a year and 2 months.
Month sentence will mean he'll miss the and impulsive and stupid. He lost his job, and his 26-month sentence will mean he'll miss the birth of his first child.
Baby
Not
time.
the first guard to succumb to getting paid a premium to bring contraband in. The court heard about 8 other examples across Canada. Toronto rapper Top 5 credited a guard for bringing in a cell phone for him to shoot this music video.
Oh shit! I didn't even watch the whole of this thing. They mentioned Top 5 in this bumbleclot.
Examples across Canada. Toronto rapper Top 5 credited a guard for bringing in a cell phone for him to shoot this music video. And Toronto South was the epicenter of a major corruption investigation into the plot to assassinate.
Not only the freaking phone for the music video, he was like on camera talking about, I was getting McDonald's in here from the guards and shit like that. And low key, a lot of the guards be fans. All right, let's not even get it twisted. It's not even like you gotta like twist these niggas' arms. Like obviously you gotta give them some bread because they're not gonna risk their job for free. But it's not that hard to get the guardies to freaking work with you. They listen to your music. All right. I've spoken to multiple rappers on the phone, on camera over here, where they're like, yo, when I walked on range, the first jail that I went to, the guards were like, yo, what are you doing in here? Yo, you're one of my favorite rappers. Sometimes they might be exaggerating, but to be honest, a lot of times they ain't. The guardies are just niggas from the hood, right? I'm going to tell you guys a story in a second as soon as we finish this clip.
Assassinate a jail manager.
Things coming over the wall, things coming in by drone, things being in people's bodies.
Norm Taylor studied Ontario's prison system. He said there's little transparency of the drugs in prison, which his report found was a leading cause of death among inmates.
That means those drugs are in there. They didn't just come in that gentleman's satchel or, in his coat pocket with his cell phone, as was revealed in evidence. They're there. It's happening all the time.
We didn't hear back from the Solicitor General's office today about their plan to manage the problem as the province is set to build more jails.
Yo, they're going to build more jails so that more shit can get in. The thing is, this is not nothing new, right? I brought up this news story, but when I look at this story itself on his face, it's not like, oh my God, some guards got caught bringing stuff into jail. Like, okay, he got convicted. A lot of guards get caught bringing shit into jail and they just lose their job. It doesn't become a news story, nothing like that. The only reason that they're giving this one a little bit more attention, one, they gave him 2 years. And to be honest, I feel like they've probably charged guards in the past or convicted guards in the past, depending on how much work is being brought in. And it just doesn't get media attention. But the fact that Project South is happening right now and everything is centered around the Toronto South, hence the name Project South, with, them trying to get a guard and trying to kill a guard from the Toronto South and leaking information to gangsters and stuff like that so that they can go kill him at his house. There's a lot of wild shit going on. So even just the smallest infraction that happens to any of you guards, and listen, I'm talking to the guardies who watch this show because I know a lot of y'all niggas watch this show. Any of you niggas who get caught with the smallest shit right now, it's a wrap for you. You're going to end up on CP24 Global, one of these news channels. They're going to inflate whatever you've done 10 times over. So right now, I'm not telling you guys, I'm not trying to knock anybody's hustle or stop anybody's hustle, and stop any of the flow of money or work that's going into the jails or whatever. All I'm telling y'all niggas is the block is hot. Okay? It's super hot right now. If you're a guardie, the block is hot. Your freaking sergeant or whatever they call that nigga, the white shirt, he's looking at you 2-3, especially if you black. They're looking at you 2-3 times over when you walk into the building. Like, I bet you got some drugs in his ass right now. Right? And fuck around, they might start just doing random checks on people. They might even be doing it now, and I'm just not on the inside to know what's going on. But every whatever random day, they do a check on the guardies. Go sit down on the freaking same chair that they make inmates sit down on, that do a cavity freaking check of all it, like any type of metal inside of you, right? These guys are using their brain. The man had ceramic blades that he bought in there because he knew if he had to go through the metal detectors, he's cooked. Okay? But just the way, and listen, pause. Just the way y'all niggas be digging in niggas' asses or not even, telling niggas to squat and all that type of shit and open your ass and all that. Maybe that might be the treatment that y'all niggas need to have too. Okay? The guardies might have to go in there, strip down before you go to work now. All right? Bend over, spread your ass cheeks. Again, pause. Bend over, spread your ass cheeks, cough. Right? The lady guards. I don't know what the procedure is for y'all if you gotta, put your pussy lips on live. Right? Like, I don't know how that works. If you got to open up your crack, like, open up the legs, right? See if there's anything in there. but y'all might have to get the same treatment as the inmates. The only difference with y'all is that you guys leave and come back to work every day. So if we're going to be doing that to y'all, we're going to have to do that shit to you guys every single day, every shift. Take it off, spread it. Let's see what's going on. Do you got a freaking pound of freaking weed in your ass right now, bro? Go shit it out. You feel me? That's the same. If you want to get your whatever, $40 an hour, $30 an hour, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Spread it every day. Strip down every day. The inmates, they only got to strip down when there's a freaking search on the range. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to strip down every day. You got to strip down when you go into the institution. You know what I'm saying? Or if they get moved into a new institution, you got to go through that procedure again. But it's not like every day inmates are in there having to strip down and bend over a cough. No. You niggas need that treatment. If you're going to be sneaking all that shit into jail, you know, we're going to have to do that same procedure with y'all. That's all I'm saying. Just a suggestion, okay? We'll leave that in a workshop somewhere. Maybe Olivia Chow can maybe figure it out if that's something that she can put on the table for us. All right? Anywho, I think I've spoken enough. We're almost at 4 hours over here. Big salute to everybody who's been in the chat from earlier all the way to now. Okay, thank you for all the donations and the memberships that have popped up all the way through this live stream. Make sure to hit that like button. And if you're watching from your mobile device, make sure to give us a hype. The hypes are free, pushes it up way up in the algorithm. Okay. We'll be back with an episode of the We Love Hip Hop podcast on Monday morning. And God willing, I will have a Honcho Hoodlum interview uploading on Sunday morning. Okay. Until then, we are off of this. Deuces.